What is up? What is up? We're on the second fight of the card. All right, first KSW card, round one. Getting right into it. Fuck it. We begin. We just go. Front kick right out the gate for Adam. I'm not calling him from that last name because I have no clue how to say that. A lot of side kicks, a lot of high kicks, right out the gate from Adam. Marcin keeping distance, trying to step in with that leg kick. Another lead kick from Adam. Gets misses. He's got those pasted on ads on his back. I think Adam does too, actually. I know in Europe they love doing that. They love pasting all the ads on themselves, like their NASCARs. Adam's leaning definitely over that front leg a decent bit. Definitely heavy on it. Ooh, nice job catching that lead leg right when he was trying to step in with that head kick. Marcin got him down. Right when Adam was trying to stand up, Marcin went into the half guard. Oh, wow. All right, buggy choke set up from Adam. He's trying to set up a buggy choke here, but lets it go. Marcin doing a good job using that cross face. Adam's got an overhook from bottom, trying to get a butterfly hook in. Going back to that mission control kind of area again. Definitely a flexible guard here from Adam. But Marcin doing a good job keeping his head low and his hips heavy. Very true, very true. Oh, yep. Yeah, no, Marcin's doing a great job here. Adam's trying to post that arm that's on the passing side. Maybe set up a triangle here. He's close. He's thinking about a Gogoplata, Omoplata here. Marcin trying to square back up with him, but he's getting that foot in front. He's got an Omoplata locked in. Omoplata is locked in. Yep. Oh my gosh. Will we actually see an Omoplata finish? He's not controlling the hand though. The hand could get free here. The hand is 1 inch away from getting free. Adam tried to grab the fence. Marcin did a good job of taking Adam all the way to the fence. That way he couldn't kind of crank back on that. Marcin trying to posture up out of this Omoplata, but having a tough time. Adam's keeping a good grip on his hip. Adam's keeping a great grip on his hip. That's right, my boy. Great grip on his hip. Now Adam's starting to get an angle a bit. Marcin's head's starting to get close to the floor. It's not looking good for him. I mean, Adam may win this round off the... Oh, it's starting to crank! All right, that hand is starting to come past the shoulder now. Adam could finish this. He could crank on it bad and really hurt him if he wants to. I cannot believe Marcin has not tapped. Marcin, you have to tap! Oh my god, his hand is going past his shoulder! He tapped! Technical submission! I think the ref might have just stopped it. Oh my god, he just was not... I don't think he was tapping. I think the ref stopped it off a technical submission, dog. Oh my goodness. Right out the gate. We are off to the races. My goodness. All right, good last prelim. We actually got to see an Omoplata finish. Oh my gosh, I'm definitely tweeting that out real quick. Holy moly. Someone actually got an Omoplata at KSW. That's crazy. In a prelim bout. Against two guys who were looking pretty good. Dang, we finally seen an Omoplata. We finally see an Omoplata actually get finished. Holy moly. Holy moly. But it was they're both Polish. I don't see how the crowd isn't going crazy still. That was wild. I think they might have been showing homie's teammates that lost. Dang, he's got abs all over himself. Dude, really good Omoplata finish. He kept a grip over the hip and chest the whole time. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I would have tapped there. Okay, he did tap. Okay. Dude, he should have tapped a long time ago. Or swept himself. He should have just swept himself and, like, put himself on his back. Let homie get on top. Man, I can't believe he was resisting that Omoplata that much. That's crazy, dog. I would have tapped to that Omoplata the first time he was starting to bend it behind my shoulder. But he waited till he started, like, pushing his shit past his shoulder with his hand. Oh, brutal Omoplata finish. We hardly ever get to see those. Hardly ever get to see. I thought he was thinking about a go-go plata in the very beginning when he was sitting up. He was putting his foot in front of the neck, but Marcin never squared back up with him, so he just, like, he accepted the Omoplata sequence. He should have just rolled through early on and let him sweep him, because he was not getting out of that. Should have just swept himself. It is what it is, though. That's how it is with the Omoplata sometimes. That's how it is. Jeez Louise. Are we getting a post-fight interview for this prelim? Last prelim? There's only 2. We're going straight into the main card after this. I think we got a debuting pro undefeated boxer going against a 1-0 MMA fighter. They're speaking in Polish. We're not going to be able to understand that. They're not translating either, are they? Yeah, definitely not translating. All good. But yeah, no, that was a sick finish. Little bit of bad fight IQ from Marcin. Probably shouldn't have played into that, right? Probably shouldn't have played into that. Probably should have kept it standing. I mean, I agree, my boy. I agree. What do you think? I think after he caught that kick, Marcin caught the lead head kick, knocked him down. Should have like let him stand back up and kicked him on the way up if he could have. Just kept it at distance the whole time. Made him tired from catching his kicks, knocking him down, making him stand back up. That gets tiring. But, you know, you got to get your ground and pound in early. But if you're dry, you don't have any sweat on you at all, you know, probably don't want to play in the grappling game, you know. Probably don't want to play in that grappling game just yet with someone who's, I guess, a submission artist. Let me see. Homie is 9-4, now 10-4. How many submissions, you know? Guillotine, yeah, guillotine, arm triangle, arm triangle, arm triangle, arm triangle, arm triangle. Holy fuck, Bravo choke? That's pretty sick, actually. Triangle choke. Then he fucks some dude's knee up in a guillotine. Yeah, submission artist, like, you shouldn't go to the ground with this dude that early on in the fight. That was definitely a goof up on Marcin's part. Definitely a goof up. He's going to be beating himself up for that one. What was his last loss? Doctor stoppage? How many times has he lost by submission? That's a good question. This is his first submission loss, though. That's tough. Homie's never been submitted. Damn, he was the favorite going in, too. Damn, you get a trophy? Were they doing a tournament or something? Is that what that prelim was? I want a trophy. That thing looks sick. That looks like goddamn FIFA, or not FIFA, but Formula 1 trophy. Golly. He's in great shape, though. What weight was that? That was a welterweight? Well, he is a middleweight. Where did they weigh in? They weighed in at welterweight for this one. He was a big-ass welterweight, bro. 6'1", 77-inch reach. And he's a thick boy. He kills himself to make 170. You know he does. God, he is shredded. You could see all the striations in his legs. Yeesh. Got a flexible knee. It was like a beautiful catch with that head kick, too. Tree topped him. Like, it was perfect. Alright. Well, hopefully we get into the main card pretty quick, although that was a quick finish. We'll see, though. We'll see. I'm so excited. That reminds me, I gotta put a poll up for the card, the UFC card today. I guess we'll start off with the main event. We'll get some Ian Gary, Carlos Protest questions. Who you got? Okay, Ian Gary. Ian Machado Gary. Can't forget his full name, know what I mean? And then Carlos Prates. Carlos Marlboro. Yeah, Carlos Marlboro Prates. That's his name. Wonder what he smokes, though. I hope it is Marlboros, because if it's not, Then I feel bad. Carlos Marlboro protest. Perfect. All right, we'll get to our main card. All right, Laura Grisby. I'm gonna say Grisby. Grisby. Damn. Okay. 11-0 pro boxer. Fine as heck. Fine as heck. 5'5", 66. What is this going to be? So bantamweight is 126 in boxing. So what is this going to be weighted at? She weighed in at 120. So it's going to be around flyweight. She is built. This bitch looks like a grappler. Oh my lord. 2 decision wins. So she's been the full 3 already. So she's got gas tank, or you know. That was at straw weight too, though. Okay, hold on. There might be a discrepancy here in some of the weight. We'll see though. We'll see. It's interesting. I haven't seen a pro boxer transition for the first time since Clarissa Shields. I'm trying to think who else. Hasn't been recently a ton of male pro boxers that have come in. Kickboxers been plenty of them. We've had plenty of kickboxers trying to come through. That one guy who fought Alex Pereira multiple times went through the Contender Series, won, and didn't accept the contract. Can't remember his name. Fakretnov? I think his name's Fakretnov? Something like that. Like that was... I can't believe he didn't accept that. But it makes sense. I mean, if they were offering him some bullshit 12-12, 14-14, I wouldn't accept that either. Coming off the Contender Series, and I'm a Glory kickboxing champion who's... Can't remember if he was 1-1 with Alex Pereira, or if he only lost Alex Pereira. I can't remember the record. But just goes to show, man. Just goes to show, if you want the top names, you're going to have to pay out for some of them. Dang, they got some pretty crazy production introduced in this main card. Hold up. They got some, like, Norse music. Norse, like, Skrillex. Oh, it's an English announcer. Gladiators. Is this like a European English accent? I can't tell. Oh, now they're doing it in Polish. We had like an English boy, an English homie, and then another guy. Actually, I do want to kind of keep this in one ear. It's pretty dope. But, as I was saying, this is a tough one. I don't know who's going to win. At minus 275. Well, so 11-0 boxing record. Are these all... Oof. Seen a lot of decisions, though. I'm seeing a lot of decisions. How many rounds are some of these? 8 2-minute rounds? I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. You got some... Now, look. 8 2-minute rounds. That's no joke if you're like... If these are like pretty decent... I mean, what was the record of this lady she was going against? Oh, my God. 3-3, though. That was her recent title. Oh, that's won the belt. Is this a title defense? All right, who was this person she defended against? 13-3. And then she defended and took the belt off at 10-3. Dang, dude, why are all the boxers so hot? That's kind of crazy. Is that normal? Are most, like, female boxers, like, hot? Because that's nuts. And these were 10 2-minute rounds. That was 10 2-minute rounds. So that's a good amount of time. 10 2-minute rounds is not bad. It's just how much is she going to get grappled over 3 rounds in 5 minutes, you know? Dude, I love that they, like, announce all the fighters as the main, like, before the main card starts. They're already taped up and shit. That's so cool. Like, you talk about sports entertainment, that's sports entertainment to me. You got them all on this dope stage. Everyone, like, turns around and they see this, like, new experience over here. Oh, Eddie Hall, there he goes. Dude, 400-pound weight limit, Eddie Hall, let's go. How big is the dude he's going against? God damn! Yo, no. Oh my god, that motherfucker's massive. That dude's massive. Jesus. Let me see what homie looks like on his Tapology. And we got Augusto Sakai too. That's pretty sick. No way! This motherfucker looking like a Polish gangster in his fucking Tapa. This is, if I ever get on Tapology, bro, my shit's gotta look something like this. It's gotta look something like this. Damn, I was gonna be rooting for Eddie Hall, but now I don't know. This is damn, this goes so hard. Fuck, he's 48. Oh man, Eddie Hall's 37. That's a little concerning. 17-8 in KSW. He's motherfucker's on a win streak before his previous two losses. Yeah, but it's back in 2023, 2022. Maybe it's been a good thing though that he gave himself a short break. I mean, this is the kind of longevity he's used to, and like the consistency he's used to. 3 fights in 2017, 2 in 2019, fucking 3 fights in 2021. Homie was active, old as fuck. So you gotta give him credit where credit is due, in my opinion. Not going to be an easy fight. I've never seen him fight, though. God damn, that picture goes so hard. Eddie Hall's does go pretty hard, too, though. His does go pretty hard, too, I will say. He's got a goofy face on, and he's definitely got his other hand in the wrong spot. But it's okay. It's okay. We don't think about that. Damn, we're still introducing all these fighters. God damn. God damn. Oh, now they're introducing the champ, Adrian. His is pretty badass, I will say. Him winning the belt and all that. He's got the black belt around him. Doesn't have that many submissions though. Tons of knockouts. Tons of knockouts. And just so y'all know, if y'all haven't watched, it was a middleweight fight that he lost. So, not even for the belt. Crazy they didn't give him a shot straight at the bell. I guess they wanted him to fight a contender first. Oh, they got the face-off. Face-off again. And they're going to be fighting in literally 2 or 3 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy. Good stuff. What an intro. Right, we're going to be ending this stream soon and switching over to the pay-per-view anytime soon. Hopefully. This is the first time I bought the KSW fucking pay-per-view, so I hope this shit works alright. Better. Quit it. Quit yelling. Alright. I feel like I've seen... I mean, of course I've seen Augusto Sakai. I wonder if have any of these guys fought in, like, Octagon or anything like that? We got a PFL vet here. And a Ryzen vet. That's pretty sick. Zimmerman by Bajor. You got 25 and 11. What do we got here? And then when was the PFL fight? He won his PFL fight in the playoffs. Then they canceled, and then they have to fill in. Moel visa issues. Damn. This was in the playoffs, though. So did he ever get his... Well, that might have been the name of the event. Maybe he wasn't part of any like actual bracket. Maybe he was just part of a featured fight on the card. That's fine, though. Homie, you gotta quit yelling. You gotta go somewhere. You got a brother that you can go fuck with. He just wants, like, all the pets right now. Alrighty. We get... Dang, they're still doing these intros. Alright, now we're introducing the female fighters. Here we go. Wonder when does, I guess Tapology might be fucked up a bit. Oh, there it goes. Alright, it just kicked off on the YouTube. Now we can switch over to the pay-per-view. Finally. Hopefully. I've been waiting for this thing to start working. It's kind of annoying, I will say. Is anyone else having weird problems with the KSW pay-per-view? It's the first time I bought it. It's just been loading for fucking 5 years now. I will say. A little frustrating, but it's okay. Hopefully we get started here soon. But let's see. What has Augusto Sakai been up to since he's left the UFC? Oh, he lost to Phil to Freeze. Damn. He's on this card too, isn't he? Yep. He's on 107. He's gonna be defending his belt. Hate to see it. Beat Dante. So he beat Dontel Mays and then got cut. Interesting. And yet, I think Dontel Mays only just now got cut. This was back in 2023. Dontel Mays had even more fights after that loss. Look at this. Dontel Mays got 5 more fights after he lost to Augusto Sakai. Why did he get not... I mean, he might have been a boring fight or something. I don't know. But how does that happen? And he lost to 4 people that are really more of the well-known heavyweights. Sergey Spivak, good heavyweight. Tai Tuivasa, okay heavyweight. Jairzinho Rozenstruik just got cut because he got laid on by Sergey. And then Alistair Overeem. God damn. God damn. No love for my boy Augusto Sakai. But then he lost in KSW, so... What do you think? I mean, it's tough. Golly. Is this pay-per-view going to work anytime soon? Holy fuck. This is a struggle bus for me. Not going to lie. Let me see if I can figure this out. Come on. Let's get started. Why are we struggling so hard? I'm so confused. I swear if this thing doesn't work, I'm going to be upset. Like, it's a stream green, there's a stream orange, a stream lapis. I don't know what any of this shit means. I am so confused. Access. I know, right? Why? I'll figure it out. Or it'll kick on or something. I don't know. Can you go somewhere that's not here? I'm going to close the door. Alright, we're going to get this started here soon. Just got to figure out how to get it going. I do want to see this Laura Grisby fight. I mean, she's a really good boxer. I mean, this lady looks crazy, so she's pretty hot. I do want to see her fight, though. Is that if anyone else is watching KSW through the pay-per-view and you can tell me how to fix this shit, I would appreciate it. About to Google it here in a second. Figure this shit out. Come on. What is Play Live app? Oh my god. Don't worry, I'll get this pay-per-view started up here in a second. Hopefully. Not sure why it's giving me the most trouble in the world. But we will figure it out. Okay. Hopefully they don't make me activate that account. I don't have to go to my email. That would be annoying, but we will get this started. course it's not. Alright, hold on. Let me accept this fucking... Let me activate this email real quick. God damn! They are making me do the most. Holy fuck. It's alright. We're gonna get it done. I have to download this Play Live app, and then I gotta fucking activate it, and then I gotta activate it with a code, and then I gotta start playing it from there, apparently. It's what it told me, apparently. We'll see. Okay. Hopefully that did it. Do I still have my code? Oh, sick, I do. Okay. Incorrect code. What are you, fucking with me? Oh my Lord almighty. This KSW stream about to make me lose my shit. Again, if anyone watching knows how to fix this KSW pay-per-view or knows what I'm doing wrong, let me know, because I would love to know. Okay. Why are you saying incorrect code? You... This is something else. This is one of the more interesting players I've seen. Oh, boy. Hold on, I will figure this out. Oh, brother. Let me see. Is it an Apple app? Can I download it on my phone? Because if so, fuck it. I'll just watch it on my phone and I'll commentate that shit. I don't give a fuck. Alright. We will figure this out. Hopefully, they're probably already fighting. Play live. Pay-per-view. Okay. Hold on. Alright. I'm downloading the app now. Maybe once I do that, I'll be able to get the code from this KSW shit. Then pull it up on there. Don't worry, guys. Nice. Already connecting the shit to my Wi-Fi. Hopefully that helps. Hate doing this so much. Technology has gotten so advanced. Any active contents at the moment? Generate code? No. Damn it, can I not do it from this? Oh, dude. What the hell? This is something else. On Android TV or web OS device. Using this form, you're able to redeem a code or take a purchase from an external seller. It's already assigned to your account. You need additional codes. Redeem codes to log in your account. If you don't have an account, please register. This is frustrating as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. We will figure it out though. Alright. Generate a code. I hope this works. A9. Why? How is this an incorrect code? Oh my god, this is... This is insane. Oh my lord. Oh lordy, oh lordy. What am I gonna do? Okay. I need to think. Maybe I could, let me see, could I... Is there an app here? Nope. It's not on Google Apps. This is crazy, man. Why is this not working? Why is this so bad? Oh my lord. Oh. Let's see, let me look at my phone again. Maybe there's a KSW app? There is a KSW app. Oh wait, there's a KSW player app. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We may have just figured it out. Hold on. I'm telling you, this is why I'm a problem solver at my job. Oh, it's giving me the motivation to stand back up. We got this, boys. Okay. Damn, I'm gonna be disappointed if that fight's already over. Cause I have a feeling something cool is gonna happen. Either something cool or the lady's just gonna get laid on. Either way, I want to see it. I want to know what happens. No way. Did it work? It worked! And the boxer's fucking her up. Alright, it's working. I got it on my phone now. I got it on my phone. Alright, I'm going to rewind to the beginning of the first round, okay? Oh, is this an amateur MMA fight, technically? Alright, fuck it. We're going to go... We're in the second round. 2 minutes. Actually, let's just go live. Fuck it. We'll go live. We'll go live for the rest of this third round. Or the rest of this second round. Okay. It definitely looks like the boxer is getting the upper hand on her. She's got her cornered round. Okay. Overhand landed from Hristea, though. Okay. Now we're getting some here. Yeah, I guess the KSW player on their website is just shit for some reason. Not sure why. Do you have the free link to watch K? I do not. Bartos, I have been sitting here trying to figure out how to... Because I bought the pay-per-view, and the player doesn't even work on the fucking website, dog. I had to pull it up on an app on my phone to watch it. It works terribly on the internet. Or I don't know if it's just me, but sorry, homie. I don't got a free link. Sorry, homie. Appreciate you coming by, though. If anyone's just coming and chilling, don't forget to drop a like. Hristea's got her pushed up against the fence now with the underhook. And this is what I was wondering. Going into the third round, how tiring is this grappling going to be? But honestly, Hristea isn't making Grzyb work. She's just kind of driving the head in. Posting. I can set this up on my desk now and watch it from there. There we go. But 50-50 on the Ian Machado, Gary, Carlos Prates poll. Now, yeah, Hristea's just keeping her pushed up against the fence. She's not going for the takedown. She's got the knee in between the legs, threw a knee to the thigh. Nothing super damaging, though, from this clinch position with 20 seconds left. But we'll get the third round clock up. We're going to go into round 3 in 15 seconds. All right, Hristea's dropping now to the single leg. But she's doing a good job. What's her name? Grzyb is doing a good job pushing her head down, keeping an overhook. Doing a real good job. Trying to frame off the face to break off, but there is the end of the round. Going to round 3, though. We will see. Damn. Hristea looks pretty tired, though. I guess I can take the headphones off now. Dang, I'm glad I figured it out. I was getting super worried. Dang. She's doing good, though. The boxer's doing pretty good. From what I could see. I missed the first round, though. Did anyone here see the first round and how that went? Oh, wow. Yeah, good 1-2 to the body. Dang, yeah, that girl's jab, Grzyby's jab is on point. She took a good leg kick. Looked like her movement was still there. Good rear hook off of the head movement. Jab. Yeah, looked like she dominated that second round. And then Hristea got that little bit of control time on the fence at the end. But we're about to go into round 3 here. Doesn't look like Grzyby's got a KO power at this point. Maybe she can get the TKO here, but I don't know about a KO at any point. We'll see. About to start round 3 here, though. Grzyb versus Hristea. All right, round 3. Hristea, that's how you say her name. Okay. All right, Grzyb. Doing a good job just coming back, like stepping back, not leaning back whenever Hristea tries to come in. Very clean movement. Good 1-2, but then a little calf kick from Hristea. Got Hristea circling along the fence. Ooh, she tries to shoot in, but Grzyb hits her with 2 rear hands. Made her pay for it really bad. This probably took a lot of energy to shoot that takedown. Good outside calf kick from Hristea again. Grzyb trying to draw out some shots with the feints. Hristea misses a combination. Good jab from Grzyb. Overhand from Hristea misses. Grzyb moving in on her straight to the body. Just good mix-up everywhere. Damn, that jab is long and it is poking on Grzyb. For Grzyb. Uh-oh. Yeah, good body shot. Good jab up from Grzyb. Ooh, good little feint and then came in with the 2. Hristea got the block, though. Hristea not planting, really, when she throws her shots. Good 1-2 again at the body from Grzyb. Misses the lead hook up top. Another jab from Grzyb. The jab, I mean, Hristea just, sometimes she's walking into it. Sometimes Grzyb just plants it on there, but sometimes Hristea just walks straight onto it. Good 1 overhand for Grzyb. Hristea just still having to kick the legs. Not really much landing up top. Another jab from Grzyb. Stumbles her back. 1-2 to the body. Yeah, it's just all really clean basics from Grzyb here. Misses the straight to Grzyb. Hristea tries to come over with the overhand, but misses. All right, they tie up in the middle. As they break, good overhand from Grzyb lands. Another jab. Yeah, just all the clean, short movements from Grzyb. Just stepping back out of range. Every time. Good jab. Keeps her head offline as she's jabbing. Straight to the body again. That one dug into the body really well. 2.5 minutes left, too. You could see a TKO if Grisby keeps pouring it on. Man, the head movement from Grisby just leans out of the way of that overhand. Yeah, the head movement. She sees everything coming from Hristea. Everything coming. And Hristea at this point is not going to be able to get... Ooh, the leg kick from Grisby. Another leg kick. The boxer showing how the leg kicks work. 1-2 from Grisby. Starting to feel herself in there. Oh, good job. Good block from Hristea. Comes back with an overhand. Grisby gets out of the way of those jabs. Then comes in with a 1-2 clean. Stumbles Hristea a bit. She's back on her feet. 2 to the body, and then the lead hook lands this time for Grisby. Nice. Keeping Hristea guessing. Backs out of that overhand. Keeping distance. Ooh, good one. And then a hook to the body. Hristea's in on the single. Lifts her up, dumps her down. Good takedown from Hristea. Grisby thinks about a guillotine, but they're in the full guard now. She lets her go. Grisby just keeping locked with the shoulder lock here. Lets it go. Hips away. Starts to frame off. Looking like she's setting up a triangle. Hristea trying to posture up here. Grisby doing a good job trying to get her legs in between her and Hristea, like with a knee shield to push her off. Looks like she... Okay, they had a little wardrobe malfunction for a second, but we're back at it. Yeah, she's got the knee shield, but one of her legs is stuck deep in between. Uses the the knee shield to push off. Pushes off the chest with the feet, does Grisby, and stands right back up. Then sprawls on the takedown. She needs to stand back up from here. Don't let her peek out. Grisby hesitated there. She did really good on the sprawl and had the chest wrap around, and she allowed too much time just sitting there for Hristea to get the peek out and then go up to the back, and then Grisby just chose to go to her back here. But Hristea has only landed a couple shots from this top position, and all that time on the feet, Grisby was touching her up the whole time. So Hristea's going to have to do something insane in these last 30 seconds. But honestly, Grisby's getting her space back. Getting warned for the up kick to the face. But ref keeps it going. Just goes to the warning and keeps it going. Yeah. Hristea having a hard time getting around the feet. Honestly, very impressed. Grisby being a boxer and how much she's already kind of doing a lot of good things on the ground. I can definitely see a lot of holes still. But from what she's already been able to develop in the short time, very impressive. Very impressive. Yeah, that's a Grisby win there in her debut. She should call me. I'm just kidding. JK. But dang, bro. Look at that. That face. And this isn't even like a real tattoo. I was like, ew, that's kind of a note. But then I looked closer. I was like, oh, no, it's an ad. We're good. The sleeve looks dope, though. So you can keep the sleeve, you know. Dang, bro. The makeup artist was on point that day. I tell you what. Yeah, great win from Grisby. I'm assuming. I don't think the judges are going to rob her there. Do not think the judges are going to rob her there. All right. This next matchup is going to be a tough one for Sakai. He's going against a good heavyweight. We will see. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, I can't believe Augusto Sakai, cut from the UFC, off of a win, beat Don'Tale Mayes, then got cut. And then Don'Tale Mayes had 5 more fights after that. 5 more fights. Went 2-3 in those fights too. I think he just got cut. I think Don'Tale Mayes just got cut, if I remember correctly. Let me look. See if he has another fight scheduled outside of the UFC or not. I don't know if they just call Don'Tale sometimes like, bro, we need a heavyweight on the card. Yeah, lost by heel hook to Walter Walker. I think that's the first time Don'Tale Mayes has lost by heel hook. Yeah, he got heel hooked by Cyril Gane. Like, bro, if you've been heel hooked 2 times in your career, and the second time was in the first round instead of the later ones, he's got a... Oh my God, he's facing Thomas Peterson. What the fuck am I talking about? What am I talking about? He's fighting today. No. Next week. That's insane, dog. And Augusto Sakai is... Did Augusto Sakai, like, just voluntarily leave? Because he thought he could get more money elsewhere? I'm so confused, honestly. Because Sakai had a lot of fights in the... He had 9 fights in the UFC, dog. That's so crazy to me. Like, I feel like he definitely wouldn't leave voluntarily, because your pay does keep scaling up as you stay in the UFC longer. If I know the, you know, a lot of the deals that they have as they are, if they're like kind of still like that, or if they've adjusted over time. But to get kicked after a win is crazy to me. I wonder if it was a robbery or something. I can't remember that fight, but who knows? But yep, they just raised Grisby's hand. No robbery today. That is a good win from Grisby. Alrighty. What do we got next? And he had the win on the he got through on the Contender Series. Like, you want to keep your Contender Series guys who at least have winning records, right? You want to show that the Contender Series means something and that it's bringing in good fighters. But, you know, if Augusto Sakai wins, because what, he lost to the champ. Like, he went straight to a title fight in KSW, which, you know, looking back on it, maybe that was a great move for him to kind of go get that paycheck for that title fight, possibly become a champ in another organization and get some paper there. But, you know, we'll see. Because I don't know if they have rankings in KSW, but I mean, number 4 in Eastern Europe, I mean, I imagine he's probably in that top 5 of heavyweights in KSW, right? Wonder if he's fought for a title in KSW. Let me check. He is, what, 3-3 in KSW? Yep, also lost to Phil. Yep, had that PFL win. Was he in KSW back in the day? Yeah, he had KSW matches back in the day as well. Didn't win any belts in KSW, though. So, we'll see. How old is this man? 36? Damn, that's not bad. 6'2", though, is kind of short. 77.2. That's more. I feel that's more of a light heavyweight frame, to be honest. But who wants to cut weight? Am I right? And he weighed in at 239. Yeah, see, that feels like light heavyweight, right? You know, that feels like light heavyweight area. He's going against Sakai at 33. Yeah, and Sakai's a -400 favorite. What was Sakai's odds for that Phil DeFreeze fight, though? What were his odds for that? Were they overselling him for that? Nah, he was +250 for that. All right, so odds makers ain't fucking around. They must really know. Cause he's coming off a loss. Dang, they show a ton of stats after the fights. They showing me total strikes over every single round, showing me power strikes over every single round. Ground control. There was only ground control in the last round for Hristea. She couldn't even get a takedown in the first round. You're telling me you can't take down a boxer in her first fight? Damn, son. She is only 1-0, though. She's also a 1-0 MMA fighter. Like, Grisby came in to this game with all the tools, not all the tools, half the tools already there, at least with her hands. And she was throwing some good leg kicks at the end. I really liked her leg kicks. She wasn't checking leg kicks. Grisby was definitely not checking leg kicks. And I liked Hristea's strategy of going for the calf instead of the thigh. A little less dangerous. That was pretty smart from Hristea. But yeah, not enough experience, I think, to go against an 11-0 pro boxer. That's a little tough. Especially when that pro boxer is really just having to learn bottom game for ground game and, like, getting off the fence and then stuffing takedowns. And she's going against a 1-0 fighter at, you know, in women's MMA. No offense, but you're not going to be presented with, like, a huge variety of tools and takedowns for that. So that's gonna be tough for Hristea. I mean, that was tough for Hristea coming into this fight, honestly. Ooh, my boy Eddie Hall getting this shit wrapped up. Ooh, we're only 3 fights away from Eddie Hall. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, dude. It's gonna be so good. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Having to balance this phone. Ooh, sorry. Because I'm having to play this shit on my phone because the KSW player doesn't work. Oh my god. KSW player doesn't want to work. I'm sorry for all the noise. I'm trying to get this shit balanced. Okay. Don't fall. Alright. Yep, okay, that's not working. I'm sorry, y'all. This is what I get for having to play this on my phone. I got something better to balance it on. I was using something silly. Okay, we're good now. Yeah, I don't want to be looking down the whole time. That's why I started standing up. I can't sit down for four hours straight. Sometimes 6. Shit, for some of those octagon cards, those things are long. Those things are really long. I didn't watch 70 today because it wasn't a title fight, but I'll definitely come in for Octagon 71. That'll be a good one. They've been pumping that one. In fact, let me check out. What's Octagon 71 looking like? That was really bad spelling. Octagon. Octagon. God damn, y'all are watching me struggle here. Octagon 71. Yeah. Oh wait. Did they cut a fight? No. There's like a crazy Thomas Murdoch's really good. Oh my god, Thomas Murdoch versus Ozan Aslaner is on this card? That's gonna be a sick fight. Oh shit. Who else they got on here? Ooh, Arjan Topash. That's a good one. Okay. I feel like there was... Oh, it's a number 2 versus number 3. I guess it's a title eliminator for the light heavyweight. Dang, so will they have to fight Will Fleury? Whoever wins this? Whoever wins this fights Will Fleury? Facts. Let's go. That's good. Alright, Sakai. Augusto Sakai making his way into the cage now, baby. You know that boy weighed in at 266. God, but what did Bajor weigh in at? Damn, bro. Did he try to gain any weight for this? Probably not, right? He probably wants the speed. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Because what? How did Sakai lose all of his last fights? He, for the title, I mean, that was decision. Got KO'd ground and pound by Sergey, KO'd on the feet by Ty, KO'd on the feet by Jairzinho. But is Bajor gonna present that same problem? Because what's Bajor's style? What's his win ratio we got here? Equal KO and submission, but in his recent fights, split decision, unanimous, rear naked choke, elbows. Okay, so there is a KO threat. There is a KO threat. Not as of late though. Seems like it's been more decision, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know who I want to win. Probably Sakai, right? Younger guy. Want him to try and maybe get another crack at that title. Yeah, because how old is Phil? How old is Phil DeFries? Phil DeFries? Phil DeFries? I don't know how to say his name. How old is that? 39? Dang, bro. Heavyweights do have such a different fucking like time period of which they're good. It's so different. Hold on, my cat is meowing like crazy at my door. I'm gonna get in this out real quick. Alright. Sometimes you gotta give him some shit to play with. Oh, stream started buffering. And then shut off. Okay, our boy Bajor is making his way in now, getting his wipe down. Has all his advertisements on his body printed. as per usual. All right. That's good stuff. That's good stuff right there. Okay, I'm going to go with Sakai. I think Sakai's going to get the knockout. Because of 2 reasons. I don't know how KSW be testing. I don't know how they be testing. But I guarantee you, if Sakai can take some shit, he would take some shit. Especially at heavyweight. God damn, Sakai looks way bigger now. Like, his traps and shoulders look more, like, they look more massive, right? I'm not crazy. I don't feel like I'm crazy. They got the smallest motherfucker to ref this. I think he refs UFC events pretty often. All right, round 1. 3 5-minute rounds, baby. Heavyweight about to bang. Augusto Sakai. This is my Major, round 1. Let's go. Both men measuring out the distance, posting the hands out, looking like they want to throw. Looks like they want to throw hands on the feet. Bajor kind of look like he wants to post out to maybe get under, actually. Feinting with the kicks already is Bajor. Lands the outside leg kick there. Okay, Sakai still measuring that distance, not throwing anything yet. Staying careful and tentative. Sakai throws his own outside leg kick. Jab by Bajor. Alright. Outside leg kick gets checked by Sakai. Both men in the center. Lead hook from Sakai. Misses. And then Bajor lands a good straight. Leg kick misses from Sakai. Yeah, Bajor not trying to go in. Not trying to do anything too reckless. Jab to the body from Bajor. Liking his strategy so far. Trying to feint out Sakai. 2 leg kicks missed there from Sakai. Front kick to the body from Sakai, but Bajor comes over the top with the straight. Outside leg kick again from Bajor. His are landing a bit better than Sakai's. Both men doing a good job, though, of not like being too reckless, I will say. Sakai feinting an uppercut. Trying to land that front kick. Hasn't landed it yet. Well, landed it once, rather. Trying to measure out that jab, but Bajor jabs with him and hits him with that double jab. Good job. Front kick from Sakai almost lands. Nice leg kick from Sakai. Switch up. Leg kicks gets checked there by Sakai. Good job. Sakai starting to get a bit of a rhythm here. Jab to the body, or straight to the body, then a jab up top from Bajor. Sakai trying to move forward. Just misses his front kick, misses his straight. Bajor starting to measure him out too. Yeah, Sakai's just still measuring out that jab, feinting front kicks. Very tentative. This is way more tentative than I thought it would be off the rip. Straight to the body from Bajor. Alright, nice lead hook off of the head movement from Sakai. Ooh, good jab from Bajor. Really digs that one in. I do think Bajor is probably winning, but Sakai's backing Bajor up, and that probably is going to make him more tired. Good leg kick from Sakai, but Bajor lands a good overhand on the chin. Stumbles Sakai a little bit back there. Alright, Bajor, I feel like is winning this round. Good jab from Bajor. I feel like he's landed cleaner and more, right? Who's that? What's up? What's up, Ben? Just woke up at 4 a.m., bro. I gotta get more sleep. Should be back in an hour. All good, Ben. Get that sleep. Be back in time for Eddie Hall, my brother. Yes, yes. Had a nice little Easter break last week. Got to hang out with family, you know. Kindle that family relationship and shit. Hope you've been good, my friend. Ah. Alrighty. Alright, Bajor starting to land a little bit more here. Lands another double jab. I like that double jab. Another outside leg kick. Ooh, they clash for a bit. He gets his 1-2 Bajor, and then he backs out. I like it. Front kick from Bajor lands as Sakai's trying to come in. Yeah, Bajor just gets his head offline as he's jabbing. Like, it's really good. It's a very clean jab, and he keeps his right hand up. He lets his elbow come up as he's jabbing a bit. He lets that elbow come up a bit, but he keeps the hand at least. I will say that. He does do that. Oh, good 1-2. Misses the lead overhand at the end, though, does Bajor. Jab to the body. Sakai still trying to measure out that jab. Lands an outside leg kick on Bajor. That one stumbled him a bit. Bajor enters back. Hooks exchanged in the pocket. Sakai lands on him. Stumbles Bajor a bit. Jab lead hook misses from Sakai. Starting back Bajor. Bajor keeping him back with the jab. Lands the straight and then another straight. Bajor doing a really good job. Shoots with a single. Gets stuffed. But that'll keep Sakai guessing. That was a good takedown. That got him off the fence. Back into the center. 18 seconds left. Good jab from Bajor. Sakai land that front kick. They start to pick it up at the end. Outside leg kick from Bajor. 2 hooks and then a straight down the pipe from Sakai. Bajor ducks under and gets into the clinch at the end of the round. Oh, damn. KSW, your favorite, can't stay awake right now. It's okay. It's been good. First prelim was good. Second prelim was really good. Got an Omoplata finish, which we hardly see. Almost never see Omoplata finishes. And then Pro Boxer looked really good in her debut. And this one's looking okay so far. They picked it up really well at the end there. All right, we're going into round 2. I think Sakai could have stole it at the end. That was a pretty even round, but Sakai could have stole it because he had Bajor moving back a ton at the end. So we could possibly call that a Sakai round, but I thought Bajor landed a lot of shots. I think he was winning the earliest parts of the round in the middle of the round, in my opinion. Excuse me. Went down the wrong pipe. And I think all of Bajor's leg kicks were better than Sakai's, except for the ones at the very end. Sakai was landing really well. All right, we're going into round 2. Ring girls here also. Much hotter, I will say. Round 2. Okay. Augusto Sakai going around the outside of the fence, moving to the jab side of Bajor. Jab from Bajor. That double jab is so money for him. It's beautiful. Beautiful double jab. Oh, so it can't be repeating it though. 1-2 from Bajor. Then a knee, then a rear hook. Goes in for the double, then switch to the single. That was a beautiful combination. Saw that Sakai was reading the double jab and tried to counter with a straight. So then in the next combination, he switched up to the 1-2, came in for the clinch, threw the knee, and then went on. On what channel is it on? You got to go to it's a pay-per-view. So you just go into KSWTV.com and you buy the pay-per-view there. That's where I think you can watch it. If you have an iPhone, you can download the app too. That's where you can watch it. But Augusto Sakai gets her off the cage, back to the center. 1-2, and then a lead hook from Sakai lands. Bajor comes back in with his 1-2, but Sakai I think blocks that. Good stuff. Front kick from Sakai, then an outside leg kick. Bajor coming in with that jab. Both men exchanging, trying to land their shots. Overhand ducked under by Sakai. Bajor parries that front kick. They get into the little clinch, getting dirty boxing. Hooks to the body and uppercuts to the body by Bajor. Sakai lands a knee. But Bajor gets Sakai up against the fence here with an underhook. And he's got his head under the chin of Sakai. He's got the shorter stature, so he's going to be able to get that head under a bit easier. Sakai grabbing the headlock here, though. Thinking about a guillotine, maybe? But Bajor slips the head out. Damn, that was a good burp. Yeah. Bajor just leaning on him a bit here. Ref trying to call him on, tell him he needs to act here. I agree. Need to throw some sort of shot. Sakai about to circle off. Throws a knee to the body. Bajor throws his own back. Sakai circles off the fence there. Off his overhook. Exchange a hook in the body. Ooh, good overhand. Knocks down Bajor. Sakai, big overhand to the middle of the face. Passes by the legs. has one of the shins pinned to the butt. Why isn't he posturing up? Why did you get chest to chest? Throw strikes, Sakai. What are you doing? Why are you getting hip control? Brother, posture up. Oh my God. All right, well, he's in top butterfly, but he's passing by, about to get into side control. Maybe half guard. Yeah, I think he's in half guard now. Not sure why. Okay. Could have just thrown shots. All right, yeah. Give Bajor a chance to get an underhook and get back up. All right, Bajor's back up. 1-1-2 by Bajor. Sakai ducks under it. Good front kick by Sakai. Yeah, very. But Sakai lands a big body shot. Make Bajor bend over a bit there. Lands a knee to Sakai. Now they tangle back up. Sakai threatening that headlock again with his back to the fence. Uses it to circle off. Lands a knee to the head. He's got Bajor's back to the fence. Grabs the tie plum. Throws knees up the middle. Sakai landing really good knees here. Another knee to the body. Let's go with the plum. Now he's got the underhook. Sakai's got Bajor pushed up against the fence now. Another knee to the head by Sakai. Oh, grueling. Knee to the body. Sakai's framing off. He's about to throw. Hits a knee. Doing a good job getting his head into his face, too. Sakai is doing perfectly here. 57 seconds left. Oh, man. Yeah, Sakai's punishing him bad here. Uh-oh. Stream freezing. Come on now. This app sucks. Alright, well, I don't know what's happening, but he's trying to survive, it sounds like. 30 seconds left. Yep, Sakai still got him pushed up against the fence. Now it's reset. Starting to break off it. Alright, Bajor switches positions with 20 seconds left. Sakai doing a good job of pushing down on his head, but might give away the takedown doing this. Definitely making Bajor carrying all his weight. I don't know why Bajor's trying to get a takedown at the very end here. Yeah, now he's just throwing little hooks to the body. Definitely a Sakai round, though. Definitely a Sakai round. Might be 1-1 going into the third. I'd say that's 1-1 going into the third, in my opinion. Woof! Heavyweights were throwing down. Okay. Interesting third round. We'll probably see a replay of that overhand. Let's see. What are we looking like for this poll so far? 3 votes, 2 to Gary so far, 1 to Protez. Okay. I made a risky pick. I'm not going to lie. I picked Protez. I did pick Protez. I'm a little nervous about it. I think Gary gets hit with the straight a little bit too often. I think Gary definitely gets hit with the straight down the pipe way too often. And I think Protez his straight is a lot better than most. I think it's one you do not want to get touched by. All right. Third round about to start here. Augusto Sakai, Bajor. Started. All right, Sakai immediately circling to the jab side again. He's been moving that way almost the whole fight, trying to get to that angle. Front kick up the middle by Sakai. Double jab by Bajor. Sticking to the game plan, Bajor. Ooh, lead hook overhand by Bajor. Nice. Sakai moved out of the way of that one. Brazil! What's up, Igor? Let's see if Sakai can steal this. Lands a nice calf kick. Overhand by Bajor. Lands another one on Sakai. Sakai getting a little stumbled there. Definitely wobbled him a little bit there. Sakai lands a good knee. He's got his overhook now. Bajor tried to get a little bit of a takedown. Man, right when we start cheering Brazil. Woo! Yeah, Bajor landed some mean overhands there. He's got Sakai pushed up against the fence. Sakai trying to pull the head to circle off on his overhook side. He gets off. Now they're separated. Okay. Bajor lands a jab. Trying to push Sakai back. Sakai back to circling toward that jab side. Damn, beautiful jab by Bajor. Definitely one of the better heavyweight jabs I've seen. Oh, nice counter by Sakai after Bajor misses that overhand. Sakai drawing out some feints here. Tries to land an elbow. Good straight by Bajor. Sakai lands a good front kick. Trying to feint. Yeah, he's feinting that rear hand a ton, Sakai is. Bajor lands his jab. Oh, good jab to the body, then up top by Bajor. Ties up with Sakai, but Sakai circles off. Double jab by Bajor again. Just keeping that jab in his face. Feel like he needs to up the volume even more. Up it even more. Can't give Sakai any room. Lands a nice rear hook to Sakai. Okay. Sakai circling to that jab side again. Outside leg kick from Bajor. Jab by Sakai misses, then a front kick. Overhand by Bajor. Another one. Gets parried. Sakai back to moving around. Trying to move to that outside angle. Double jab by Bajor. Really, Bajor has been keeping him at distance this whole time with that double jab, making sure he can't get to that outside angle. Good rear hook, lead hook from Sakai. Try to move with it. But nothing clean landed yet in this round. Bajor. Now he's moving back. Gets knocked down by the leg kick. Sakai ends up on top. Bajor gets to his knees though and stands up. That was a chance for Sakai to control position there. Oh my lord, that was such a good time for him to control position there. I like how in that moment, his thoughts aren't, let me flatten him out. I like how in the beginning of the fight, after he knocks him down, he wants to do that, but when he does it there, that's not Sakai's idea. That's not his plan. That's so silly to me. That's so silly. Could have cost him the round here, but another leg kick by Sakai. Ducks under that overhand from Bajor. That was a ton of energy on that overhand. Oh, it looks like Sakai may have gotten eye poked. Yeah, Sakai got eye poked here. Gonna have to recover for a sec. Yeah, leg kicks for Sakai this round have been on point, I will say. Ooh, God. Got Charlie horse in my leg from getting leg kicked today. My leg has been getting conditioned pretty well, but I got hit in a spot that is not a spot that I've been kicked in yet, which is like at the very, very top of my thigh, like right before the hip bone starts. It's like right under that. I haven't been kicked there yet, which is like kind of the perfect spot. All right, back to it. All right, Sakai. Back to moving forward, but Bajor still on that jab. And honestly, with that eye feeling how it is, I'm sure it's not going to be helpful. Good leg kick again by Sakai. Yeah, Bajor's starting to try to jump back out of those, so he really isn't liking how those feeling. Yeah, looks like could be a welt on the side of his leg calf too. Sakai could land another one of those and knock him off his feet again. 30 seconds left. That front kick landed for Sakai. Ties up. Good uppercut to the body by Bajor. Good 1-1-2 over the top by Bajor. Trying to steal this round back. Jab to the body. Bajor could still steal this round back with 20 seconds. I don't know. It was tough for the beginning of the round for Bajor. Or not the beginning, but the middle. I think he actually stumbled back Sakai at the beginning. Oh! Lands a big overhand at the very end of the round as Bajor. Another one, then a lead hook. Got Sakai moving back. That's how you make sure you submit the round. Beautiful from Bajor. That will be the end of the fight. Dang. Yeah, I think that's a Bajor win. I think that's a Bajor win. In my opinion. I think that's 1-3 Bajor. Dang, if that's true, that's a -400 favorite losing. Maybe they were right to cut Sakai. Maybe they were right. I will say. Dang. I think that's a Bajor win. That's... we'll see. That's a tough one. That's going to be a tough one to score. It's for sure round 2 and for sure round 3. Like for sure round 2 Sakai, for sure round 3 Bajor. Like that's easy rounds to score. It's round 1 that's going to be a little tricky. But I think it's Bajor. those are always the hardest fights to score. Are the ones that have like clear rounds both ways for like both guys each, and then that one round that's like insanely close. That is the shittiest fights to score because it's always gonna feel like a robbery. Who do we got next? Madars Fleminas versus Kasper Koziorzębski. There is no way I'm saying that last name. You're going by Kasper. You're Kasper. You're Fleminas. You get to keep your last name. What flag is that? Hold on. Brown, white, brown. Latvia. Ooh, Latvian Express. Ooh. I don't know why I like that. That's pretty sick, though. Oh, my knees need a break. I did back-to-back kickboxing, then jiu-jitsu today. We will see, though. Here comes the scorecards. Whew. Someone's going to feel upset. I feel like it should be Bajor. Sakai's face is touched up. Uh-oh. 29-28. What? They gave it to Augusto Sakai! Yo! That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I like I said, that first round was close. And I think what gave it to Sakai in the first round is he was the one making Bajor back up. Although I think Bajor landed cleaner throughout the beginning of the round in the first, Sakai definitely was like pressing the issue way more in the first round. So if it was a close round, I would give it to Sakai. Understandably, like that makes sense. I understand. They were pretty even in the first round, in my opinion, but understandable. Sakai, he worked hard for that win. I mean, he got the knockdown. I mean, he was pretty silly after he got that knockdown. Like, homie, you should have went crazy and postured up on my dude. Instead, you went chest to chest and then got a crossface after you knocked him down and rocked him. Finish him. It's crazy, but all good. Okay. Next, we got the Latvian Express and I wish I knew Bajor. Orange face, orange body. Yeah, I bet you were nervous as heck, bro. Nervous. I did not know who that was gonna go to, but Viva Brazil, baby. Viva Brazil. Let's go. Good stuff. Oh, by the way, guys. By the way, if you haven't watched my picks for UFC today, I dropped my picks on the channel. Okay, I got the parlay in there. Okay, I think it's not a hard card to predict. I think it's one of the easier cards. I did a little less research than what I usually do, but besides the main event's tough. The co-main event is kind of tough. There were some of the main card ones that were a little challenging, but I think the prelims, the only hard prelim I thought was the Evan Elder and I'm going to remember his name. Eugene Gray. Is that his name? God, if I got that name right, I'm going to be so happy. 'Cause he's a new guy. What is his name? Is it Eugene? Nah, Gage Young. Gage Young. I fucked up. What was I saying? What name did I just make up? Fuck me. It's all good. Alright. Oh, we're one fight away from Eddie Hall. Let's go. Hold on one second. Okay. I'm back. Sorry about it. I am probably going to make some coffee in between this fight and the next one. Let me actually get my charger set up since I'm watching this shit on my phone instead of on the computer. Oh god, I'm gonna have to figure out this KSW shit if I'm gonna keep watching this, because they do. I mean, this is a great event. Like this was a good event they put together. So, dang, bro, does everyone get a trophy? Like, are these all like considered like super fights, and that's why they do that? Because if so, that is sick. I love the trophy. Yeah, like a cool, like obviously belts are dope, but for tournaments, like a tournament trophy, obviously like the Pride trophy and all that, but tournament trophies are just so sick, bro. Feels like you're winning the Olympic Games, not like the Olympic Games, like a feels like you're winning like a gladiator Roman like arena tournament. Like a bunch of gladiators had a tournament and you were the one that was able to get to the end. That's what it feels like when I watch it. So it's kind of sick. But I'm gonna clean up my little station here in between this fight and the next one. We got Mudar's Fleminas versus Kasper Koziorzębski as our next fight. And Augusto Sakai just got the decision win over Bojan. Yep, homies are warming up in the back. They're probably about to walk out here in a bit. But I am going to go ahead and get my water boiling, get my next pot of coffee started. All right? So I will be right back momentarily, my friends. Might even do something else explicit, but I won't share with the class. Okay, sorry everybody, I'm back. My bad, my bad. Alright, we got our next fight coming up. Kasper is getting wiped in now. I'm getting my water boiling for my coffee. Hey, we got some more Brazilians in the house. What's up, what's up? What is up, what is up? Alrighty. We got the Latvian Express Madaras Fleminas versus Casper. Let's see. Casper on a recent 2-fight win streak. Does Eddie Hall have a chance? Oh, does Eddie Hall have a chance, Victor? What a great question. Look, these kind of questions are what we call depressing to think about. All right? So we try not to think about them. But, to be serious, possibly the age difference is what's really giving me some hope, because 48 years old. But what's kind of fucking me up is that Pudzianowski, for one, he's a fucking gangster. Look at him. And also, he's been super active prior to this fight getting scheduled. Okay? Like, this is, like, although he lost his previous 2 fights, which isn't ideal, he was very active prior to that, and he was still, like, in his 40s doing that and getting wins. So that's what worries me a ton. He has a ton of experience. So I wouldn't even think about putting money on this fight, especially on Eddie Hall. That sounds scary as hell. Do they even have odds on this fight? Holy fuck, they do. Yeah, no, like, this is like, I mean, Eddie Hall, look, he is a world-class athlete, and he is a world's strongest man. So he has the work ethic, and he could have done the work to do what he needs to do. But, dude, I think he's going to get taken down. I think he's going to get taken down. The takedown is going to be there. All right? That is just a fact. All right? Yeah. Like, he fought against... You took Eddie at plus 320. Bro, I don't blame you. Because... Yeah, exactly. Okay. See, like, you got it. You got the right idea. If you're going to bet it, it's because you think he's going to get that one shot on a 48-year-old like Pudzianowski. And that's not a bad line of thought. That's not like a bad line of thought. I definitely don't think that's bad. And at plus 320, you got him for a better price than what he's listed at now. I wonder if this is like shifted more toward the center and started at a wider margin as time went on. That would make sense. Because 37 also is pretty old, you know? That being said, though, Eddie Hall is taller than Pudzianowski. So that's another plus on Eddie's side. I bet he has longer reach, maybe. Just a sprinkle, though. Nothing crazy. Fair. I got some good picks for the UFC card today, though. Like, I'm pretty happy with my picks that I had today. So definitely check that out when you get a chance. Sorry, the stream on my phone. By the way, the KSW pay-per-view stream that I tried to pull up on like just my computer, shit was not playing. I had to download the app and just start doing it on my phone, dude. I think can be anybody his height or shorter. Yeah, it would be. That's where things I think get a lot harder is when Eddie has to fucking. Oh dang, the fight started. We're already 4 minutes in to this fight. Fucking shit. Buffered and stopped playing, but we're 4:20 in. Yeah, it looks like Casper keeping him at bay with kicks, using a lot of feints. Fleminas lands an outside leg kick. Comes back to the center. We're at 405, 404, 403, 402, 401. Boom. All right, we got the timer. Sorry about that, folks. All right, feinting that jumping front kick is Casper. Man, my man Casper grew the hair out. He got that lettuce. I respect it. Fleminas. Definitely a showman. Likes that Bobby Green style of having his hands wide out, feinting a lot. Step in straight and then goes into the lead kick. Gets stumbled over by Casper with a straight to the chest. Tries to catch that head kick on the way up. Due to technical problems, KSW was canceled and postponed to next week. You're funny, King Adele. We're literally watching it, bro. These big guys, they can toss bombs. It's true. It's definitely true. You want Gary or Protest? For me, Victor, I got Protest. That's just because I think Ian Gary, oh man, big overhand, barely misses by Fleminas. That was really good. But yeah, I got Protest only cause I think Ian Gary, he's been hit with that 1-2 down the pipe more times than I'm comfortable with. I think Prates is the wrong guy for that to get caught with. And I know Prates is going to be the guy moving forward, where Ian Gary is going to be the guy moving backwards. And I think Prates, with his reach, is going to be able to play that game with Gary. My only thing I'm concerned about is another reason why I wouldn't even bet on that fight is good hook to the body by Casper. By the way, he's got Madaras moving back a lot, or he's got Casper moving back a lot. I ordered this on YouTube, and it's not even Sid Henry. Hey, Sid Henry, I had the same problem, bro. If you have an iPhone, and maybe it's on Android too, good job by Madaras to get in onto the clinch with the underhook. But if you have a phone, you can download the KSW TV app, and you can play it from there. I tried to do it on my computer too, and it wasn't working. Like, I missed half of the first fight because of that. But yeah, the player online was not working for me. I'd have to figure out a new way to play it. But I'm watching it on my phone right now, so I would use that. But back to what I was saying. Ooh, good spinning back fist from Casper. 1-2-1 from Fleminas to get Casper moved back again. It's a little high energy first round from these guys. It's a really good welterweight fight. And Casper is the bigger dude, too. He's coming down from middleweight, I think, from his last fight. Good lead hook to the body, lead hook up top from Casper, but Fleminas got good head movement. But yeah, Prates, the only thing I'm worried about with him, and something that Gary's been working on a ton, is that jiu-jitsu. All right? His wrestling isn't the best. His cage wrestling to expose the back is really good, though. And if they get on the ground and Gary can get on top, and even from bottom, Gary can take your back. That's what I'm most worried about for this. And arm bars. I think Gary's probably been thinking about arm bars since it's Prates with these long-ass arms. Those are the things I would be worried about. And I think those are real things to worry about because Gary is improving in a lot of ways in that respect. All right, last 45 seconds. Outside leg kick from Fleminas. Casper feinting that rear hand. Switching stances, too. Misses that question mark kick to Casper. Misses that spinning kick. Fleminas trying to move forward on him. Definitely liking Fleminas more in this round. Although Casper stayed active for sure. Oof. Good head movement from Casper there to take on that onslaught. Again, now he's starting to show up and duck under whenever Fleminas comes in. Big tie up a bit, lands a knee to Casper, and then a couple hooks, and then breaks. Close round. Superman punch. Casper catches him with a jab when he comes in with that Superman. Beautiful round from these guys. Lead hook off the break. That's the end of the round. Dang, bro. Fleminas was hunting Casper that whole time. That's got to be a ton of energy, though, for Casper to have to use all of that footwork throughout the whole round. That was tough. But yeah, we're definitely fighting nerds today. Definitely excited for the Eddie Hall fight, though. That's what I'm mostly here for. I was like, what fights am I going to stream today? And I saw Eddie Hall was on the KSW card. Oh, yeah, we had to. I'm so excited. I hope Eddie Hall wins, because it would be fucking amazing. Yeah, I liked the body shots. The overhands and hooks were really good from Casper. He was really getting out of the way and getting his head offline and then backing out. The straights down the pipe in the overhands from Fleminas were really good too. And it was just making Casper move a ton throughout the whole round. Okay, round 2. Casper, Fleminas. Here we go. Hopefully this round ends here so I can go get my boiling water and start my coffee. All right, round 2, excuse me. Casper, jabbing the body. Big hook early by Fleminas with the lead hook. Checks that kick from Casper. Still a high pace from Fleminas. Throwing a lot of feints. Getting Casper moving back. Jumping front kick from Casper. Lands. Another one. Man, Fleminas just out of range with his kicks. Casper got really good distance control, even though it looks like he's got less reach and height on Fleminas. Like, the distance control I'm really impressed with. And the main reason why Fleminas is landing so much is because he's pressing on him so much. They get into the clinch in the middle of the cage. Casper trying to push him back. Lands a knee, gets Fleminas pushed back, lands an elbow, separates back to the center. Fleminas lands a straight, gets his head off the line, lands another straight, and then Casper has to circle out. Man, if Fleminas can keep that up and like keep Casper moving that foot, moving backwards, I don't know. Good front kick to the body by Casper, but man, Casper throws with heat. All right, both guys in the center, feinting their hands, trying to measure distance. Lunging uppercut misses from Casper, but then lands the outside kick, gets out of the way of those punches. Jab to the body from Casper. Trying to throw some feints, figuring out a way in. Both men looking at each other, slowly closing distance as Fleminas. Outside leg kick misses from Fleminas. Both men get close. They start exchanging jabs. Straight to the body from Casper. Then an outside leg kick. Jumping front kick again. He loves that jumping front kick. I like it too. It's landing pretty well. Lead hook, rear hook by Casper. Oh, okay. Fakes the takedown, then comes up top into the clinch. Then a knee from Casper. I like that. As he was getting backed up to the fence. That was a good switch up. He waited a long time to give him the takedown read. Ooh, Fleminas crashes in. Gosh, Casper doing a great job of following and rolling with the shots of Fleminas. Then countering as he's coming back. And then gets a takedown off of that. Casper's distance control, head movement, defense with his hands up. Takedowns off the opportunities. I'm giving a B+ to A for all of those things. I really like how Casper's moving. Because this is not an easy welterweight to go against. Fleminas is 6'2", 75.5-inch reach. That is tough, man. And like really lands that lead hook off of that 1-2 of Fleminas really well to like get his head offline. Oh, Fleminas is still trying to run at him, though, man. He charges at Casper. Like, Casper just counters him, man. He really circles and counters. Oh, catches that kick from Casper this time. Fleminas got pushed him off the cage, but Casper builds up his base. Tries to circle off, but Fleminas shooting a takedown here. Has to abandon and get back to a clinch. Fleminas, though, with good head position and an underhook on Casper. Trying to get that leg behind to pull him back, but Casper trying to circle off of it. Oh, good job. Casper tries to circle, but Fleminas just has a tight body lock, keeping his hands connected. Now he's gotten it off, and he's framing the bicep. Casper switches his hips. Try to grab the head and spin off. Fleminas throwing a couple dirty hooks to the body. Lands a knee to the thigh. Making Casper work here. Nice trip attempt to make separation. Oh, lands a nice little rear hook off the break. Does Casper? Question mark kick. Dude, Casper, bro. He is nonstop work. I will say Fleminas is game too. It takes two to tango here. Fleminas is so game. Casper having to use his footwork on the outside again. Fleminas still trying to find a way in. He's starting to hesitate more, Fleminas is. Ooh, front kick up the middle. Almost lands to the face. Ooh, uppercut from Casper. Nice lead body kick. Chop into the body from Casper. Nice little Muay Thai switch kick. And then a jumping front kick from Casper. Really mixes a ton of good skills, does Casper. Nice question mark kick again. Ooh, both points out of the ground. Casper mocking Fleminas because as he was pointing to the ground earlier. We're just in round 2, boys. Oh, I didn't realize my timer was off, gents. Yeah, we're at the end of the round. Dang, y'all. Let me know when my timer's off. Crazy. I got a whole chat in here. Y'all just making me look silly. Don't forget to leave a like, y'all. Don't forget to leave a like. Get more homies in here. And I got picks that dropped for UFC today if you want to go check those out as well. Good picks. We went 10-3 for UFC 314. And then we went 11-1 for the card before that. That was the Drew Dober card. And who's the main event? Fuck me. Got the main event right. I can't remember. I got 11-1 on that card. So picks have been on fire lately. So go check that out today. Got good picks for that. But we're going to be getting into round 3 here soon. Alrighty. Great fight. Excellent fight, even. Let's see what the... now a few people have come through. I'm sure a lot of people have actually touched the poll now. Dang, 12 more. We've got... It started at 3 votes with these 2 percentages. And it went up to 12 votes, and the percentages did not move. Ian Gary still has a 2/3 majority over Carlos Prates. All right, third and final round. All righty, here we go. Back to it. Both men in the middle. Outside leg kick clean from Casper. Makes Fleminas stumble a little bit. Casper now feinting that rear kick. Going to make Casper think a little bit. He's definitely going to be hurting after that one. Yeah, a lot of feints with the rear side from Casper now. He's really trying to set something up here. Trying to draw something out from Fleminas. Yeah, he's feinted now like 7 times in a row. And he throws that jump and switch front kick. I think I see it now. I get it. Very nice. Yeah, a lot of feints with the rear side. Good lead hook. The lead hook of Casper is his tool to circle off and make distance. And that straight. I love the way he circles off with that lead hook, Casper. Little lead uppercut and overhand to the lead uppercut to the body, then overhand from Casper. Then another lead hook to counter the straight for Casper. Okay, Fleminas starting to move forward on him, trying to close distance, trying to find that jab on him. Casper trying to feint in as well. Ducks under that straight from Casper, throws a jab. Lead hook again, and then an overhand by Casper. Then an outside leg kick, another one from Casper. It's good. Dude, that has slowed down the forward pressure from Fleminas. Fleminas was throwing all sorts of things like off the forward pressure at the first and second round of this fight. Now it is not even close to the same amount of output. Casper still got plenty, though. I can see it. Good takedown. Beautiful, beautiful duck under into that double leg for Casper. He's into this half guard here. Locked it down with the figure 4 with the crossface. Hanato Moicano style. Ian the decision merchant. Bigger, more dangerous. Callum now. Exactly, Victor. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, like Gary has moved to shoot the box, and that grappling that he's going to be learning there, those partners are going to be really good. But we cannot forget Carlos Prates has that exact same advantage, I feel like. He has that advantage, and he really only has to worry about defensive grappling, because I feel like his striking is going to be better than Ian Gary's, in my opinion. But we're back to our feet here. Fleminas is now starting to push back Casper, trying to get his jab in his face. But Casper, man, his head movement is so slight and so slick, where he is just moving out of the way of everything. Oh, Fleminas catches that kick from Casper, falls over for a second there, but gets back up. But yeah, I think I couldn't agree more, Victor. That's why I was, in the end, that was the thing that was going to really sway it for me. Is like, am I going to have to worry about the jiu-jitsu of Ian Gary? I'm like, no, I think Carlos Prates has enough to help him prepare for that. You know, front kick to the body by Fleminas, then a 1-2 lands. All right, tide is starting to turn a little bit back for Fleminas here. Outside leg kick. I think Casper used a ton of energy in the beginning of this round, especially with that takedown, and then Fleminas got right back up. So who knows what we're thinking mentally here for Casper. Outside leg kick again for Casper. Ooh, another takedown from Casper right when he was throwing the straight. Beautiful. Fleminas trying to use the head control here and trying to hip out and scoot away to make some distance here, but Casper's got a grip around the hip. He's kind of punching him in the spine there, but it's no big deal. We don't worry about that. We don't worry about these things. Oh, Fleminas trying to lock in now, hand to hand with the audio cutting in and out. Wonder if it's because of my gain. Turn up my gain a bit. Make it sound a little bit louder. Apologies if it's cutting in and out. Been running for a while, so hopefully stuff is not pooping out. But yeah, let me adjust the mic too. That'll help. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully I'm not just clipping because I'm getting loud. All right, back up to the feet now. Fleminas has Casper pushed up against the fence. Fleminas Better now? Sweet. Yeah, I just adjusted something. Oh! Fleminas landed a little something off the break. Got Casper stumbled a little bit. Outside leg kick again for Casper. He's not getting his head offline with his leg kicks, though. He needs to be careful in these last 10 seconds. Fleminas trying to push on him. Casper misses the spinning heel kick. Fleminas trying to call him on. Yeah, Fleminas is trying to call him on to brawl in the middle at the very end. Good fight from both dudes. Yeah, great fight. I think they're going to give it to Casper? That's a Casper fight for me. That's a Casper fight for me. I think pretty easily, in my opinion. But Fleminas was definitely active the whole time. He was trying his fucking damnedest to stay in that fight the whole time. And he really was. He was in it the whole time. But, you know. All right, while that decision is being tallied and read and we get ready for our Eddie Hall matchup, I'm going to go get my coffee ready. I will be right back, folks. Thank you. All right, we back. Judges are reading it off. Fleminas shaking his head. He does not like it. Split decision. Whew. Who's it going to be? Yep, Casper, baby! We call those! We call those! Didn't call the Augusto Sakai one, but we call those, baby! Casper wins. Honestly, well-deserved win. He that was all him. The defense was on point. Fleminas was not landing clean on him in those first 2 rounds like Casper was. Like, the defense was super on point for Casper. That was really, really insanely good defense. It would be a nightmare to have to go against a dude like that. That would be so discouraging. Just seeing so many things you're trying to throw at him just get blocked, slightly like missed, moved out of the way, parried just out of the way, and then you get countered. Oh my god. Eddie time. Let's go, Victor. Eddie time. Let me see. Do they do this? You doing this interview in Polish? Oh wait, I keep forgetting I'm not connected to my computer. Holy fuck, I just got my phone volume turned out. It doesn't sound like it though. It's all good. We don't got subtitles either, so we can't tell what they're saying. Man. So exciting. KSW. Thank you for giving us Eddie Hall. I'm so impatient. I want to do my French press already, but I need to give it some time. Okay. Let's see. How many votes did we get on the Ian Gary Carlos protest? 13. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end it. 69 to 31. Let's see. Who else? What's the next poll we can put up for today's UFC card? What's the next fight I'm most interested in for today's card? I feel like everyone's going to pick Anthony Smith, or everyone's going to pick Ming Yang Zhang over Anthony Smith, so I'm not going to do that one. I am going to do Giga. No, I'm gonna do Michelle Pereira and Abbas. The cardio machines. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. All right, yeah. So we're gonna end that poll. Let's see. So who you got? All right, we got Michelle. 1 round. Pereira. And then what can Abbas Magomedovs mean? Abbas. Inhaler. Magomedov. Even though that was Greg Hardy. But it's still funny. Although, like I said in my picks video, Abbas, I think, in his last fight, showed that he kind of fixed the cardio issues a bit, seemingly. So, I will say that. So, I did pick Abbas today. I did pick Abbas for today. I don't think Michelle Pereira is going to finish him in 1 round. I think because Abbas Magomedov is a good first round fighter, that's just not going to happen. That's how I feel. But, oh, my boy. My boy just flopped on the ground on his belly. Let me show you my child. My boy. Oh, he's so perfect. And he's purring. But yeah. Damn, they're showing the strikes. So, Fleminas. Oh, damn. It said Fleminas landed more in the first, but I definitely think most of those were blocked. Yeah. Alrighty. Got the trophy given out. Yeah, dude. And it was just like more power shots. I didn't look at the power because it was total strikes, but not total power strikes. And I'm sure Fleminas landed more jabs in the first round, but the overhands and the kicks, I think Casper was landing more of those. And hooks. Get on out of here. You've gotten enough love. You have gotten enough love. Don't you yell at me. You've gotten enough. You've gotten enough. I pet you enough. You quit biting me. Get out of here. Alright. No more fucking around with the cat. Yeah, and the takedowns. The takedown timing was clean from Casper. Clean from Casper. Let's see. Alright, we got the poll out. Michelle Pereira or Abbas Magomedov? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Let's get back to our KSW card. Let me see what after that, actually. After that one, we will go... I'll go Randy. We'll do Randy Brown, Nicholas Dalby after that one. That was the one I'm most interested in after that. Definitely this one. Because Nicholas Dalby lost his last one to Hanat Furkretnov, who is very similar to Dalby, but way more grapple heavy. And we realized it was a split decision. I'm burping so much. It was a split decision, close fight, and we realized Hanat is not as good as we thought he was. So, could Randy Brown get cardio fucked? Who knows? But I don't think so. I think Randy Brown's too good. I think he's going to land that straight down the middle. But Nicholas Dalby could very well work that cage grappling. Could very well get Randy Brown down and tire him out. But we'll see. I think Randy Brown has got his length in his frame is really good, I think, for getting back up. So we'll see. We will see. Let me go ahead and get us back to KSW. All right, Eddie Hall. Hurry up and announce these motherfuckers. We're doing promo for 107, KSW 107, and we got Eddie Hall coming up next. What are we doing here? Let's hurry this up. Wasting my time. How many fights we got after this one? We got 3 more after Eddie Hall. Excited for the main event. Think it's going to be a knockout. And that's the sound of my French press getting pressed. Let's go. Oh wait. Let me give y'all some ASMR real quick. Mmm. Gotta love that sound. Love the sound of a nice, good pour. Okay. Eddie Hall, as we all know, last fought the great mountain Thor Bjornsson. I think his real name is Julius or something. Yeah, Halfbor Julius, however you pronounce it, Bjornsson. So he fought the mountain last time, which is pretty fucking insane because the mountain's 6'9" with like a 78-inch reach or something. I think it was something crazy. I don't know, something crazy. And he had he had already had he had a KO against whoever the fuck that guy was. What country did this take place in? The fuck? Oh, this was like the main event too. That's crazy. What country was this in? Dubai. That's amazing. Dubai would host that. That's awesome. So yeah, Eddie Hall fought the great Thor Bjornsson. Whereas our man's over here, the other side of the tape, Mariusz Pudzianowski is a KSW vet and a gangster at that, with a 17-8 record. Last 2 fights lost, so before that 17-6, and was on a 5-fight win streak. You know, in his 40s. And somehow at like 44 got an 18-second one-punch knockout, which is fucking amazing. How old was this motherfucker that he knocked out in 18 seconds? 2-0. How old is this man? Oh my god, he's 48 himself. Jesus, he was just starting his MMA career at fucking 45. What is happening? Jesus. I'm glad I looked at the records. Goodness. So yeah, it's hard to tell, you know. This guy's fought a lot of guys like Eddie Hall who are just kind of getting into it. I don't think Eddie will win, but like Victor was saying, like one punch can do it. One punch can do it. Damn, we are still doing whatever interview this is, trying to pump KSW 107. Oh my god, while the people's main event is waiting in the background. About to lose my shit. That's fine. It's fine. Tell you what, I got, just as an announcement to anyone who's here and cares, I may soon be teaching my own kickboxing class, so that'll be cool. Be helping the curriculum for the guy who runs our kickboxing at it's a jiu-jitsu gym, but we have a small kickboxing program we've been starting. The guy who's teaching it, I'm going to hopefully get a class to help teach his curriculum with. And that'll be fun as hell. That'll be super fun. And my dream one day is to open a gym. And this is going to be a great experience. So I'm really excited. Super fucking excited. Today we were working on pivots, but not stepping into pivots, jumping into pivots. That short little burst when people are up against a rope or a corner or they're covering up. We practiced that today. Coming off that jump, practicing the straight lead hook. Then we moved on with a straight lead hook and then rear body kick off that jump pivot. We call it closing the door. So like you're in front of them, you jump to 90 degrees. Boom, boom. All right. So you're making that angle. They're not walking out yet, Victor. We're still waiting. They're doing some fucking interview. I don't know who with. It's probably in Polish, so I can't even understand it. But let me hear. Oh, they're translating it. Never mind. My bad. But yeah, I don't know who they're interviewing though. I think people for KSW 107 or something, or I don't know. Maybe they were just talking about the fights. But yeah, we're still waiting. Damn, that coffee's still hot. I poured it into the French press and that shit was boiling as I was putting it in. But yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be fun to start teaching a class. Definitely will be fun. I want to be able to definitely start a gym with a good base in everything. Knowing if I needed to ever fill in for like someone else who was teaching something, I could. Okay, yeah, they're warming up in the back. Oh my god, and Marius looks clean, bro, for like 48 years old. I mean, his hips aren't turning over with those kicks like I would like them to, but he's 48, so like, what do you expect? He's got hips like Dustin. I hate to say this because I love Dustin Poirier, but he's got hips like Dustin Poirier. It kind of looks like with his kicks. Good front kick. Ooh, Eddie Hall. Oh my god, dude. Eddie Hall is a massive fucking human being. His chest is a literal barrel. Yeah, he's warming up in the back. I can't believe he's taller. Oh man, that 1-1-2 does not look good. I do not like how that 1-1-2 looks from Eddie Hall. That's making me nervous. That's making me nervous, bro. Oof, God damn, I got Charlie horse from getting leg kicked today. Got hit in a spot that I'm not used to getting hit in. I got a nice little bruise. Not bruise, but nice little welt. Okay. And then they got the main event guys, I think, getting wrapped up. The refs explaining the rules and stuff to them. So the walkouts are about to happen. Walkouts are definitely about to happen. They have not yet. They're still talking. Still just talking. Talking. All right. Besides Ian, Gary, Carlos Prates coming up, what else do we got? We got, what's the next event after this one for UFC? Oh, they got PFL, so that would be cool. But, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Ryan Garcia's coming back. Well, Victor, this is the people's main event. 100%. This is the people's main event. Facts. They're taking way too long with our people's main event. We should have had... The last fight went 3 rounds. Why are we taking so long? Canelo's also coming up. Ah, yes, the Sandman! The Sandman! Corey the Sandman Sandhagen. Ugh! We get him versus Davis and Figueiredo. They're back to giving Corey Sandhagen old people, sadly. Only 1 vote in our poll. Come on, guys. Michelle Pereira has gotten 1 vote. Wow, people do not like Russians, I feel like. Or Dagestanis or whatever. Actually, no. Abbas Magomedov is German. He just migrated. That was stupid of me to say. I take that back. This card is pretty damn big. Like, this is a big-ass card. How many fights are on here? 1, 12... Oh, never mind. There's only 12. I don't know why it seemed like a long-ass list. Some of the fights are... But once you get to Marina Rodriguez, Jillian Robertson, from here on out, we got a pretty good card. Jeremy Stevens is making his return against Mason Jones. Can we believe it? Jeremy Stevens out of fucking nowhere after an insane bare knuckle boxing fight is back in the fucking UFC. That is so crazy to me. And at 155 as well. So insane, dude. I can't believe it. How old is he at this point? 38. God damn. All right, they got the promo plan for Eddie Hall. The first man to ever deadlift 500, what was that, kilos? What was that, 500 pounds or kilos? Had to be kilos, right? Strongman competition. Showing all the strongman highlights. Montel Jack. Daniel Marcos, undefeated Daniel Marcos, who should be ranked already. God damn, why aren't we getting this guy a ranked fight? It's so crazy. Daniel Marcos doing that work, though. You got to be impressed with Daniel Marcos. I mean, 4-0 in the UFC. Split decision, though, against that Adrian Yanez, huh? That's interesting. Marcos is going to just keep having close-ass fights, it seems. Then Bo Nickel, Rainer de Ritter in the co-main? Santiago Ponzinibbio, Daniel Wright. Like, Bo Nickel has had some fights. This one will actually be really good. Rainer de Ritter is a good... Because he's so chaotic and is very reckless, it will bring out, I think, a possibly the best in Bo Nickel. I know Bo Nickel hasn't been the most reliable as of late, but it'll be good. It'll be good. Yeah, I'm excited for this card. And my boy Corey Sandhagen. Get my man back to a title. God damn it. Oh, Corey, I just want you. I want the old Corey. I want the old Corey so bad. The old Corey against that TJ Dillashaw, you know, who beat TJ Dillashaw. I still think that was a robbery. Still to this day, I think that's a robbery. All right, now we're making the walkouts. Finally. Oh my God. And Eddie Hall already has a nickname, bro. He already gave himself a nickname and everything. Eddie the Beast Hall. It's very basic, but I mean, he is the Beast. I would literally just make my nickname the strongest man in the world. Like, why wouldn't you just name yourself the strongest man in the world as your nickname? Eddie, the strongest motherfucker on the planet, Hall. That would be dope. Maybe not, though. Maybe I'm tripping. Oh, my God. Eddie Hall walking out to the stage. Ring girls on both sides of him walking behind him. Yo, I don't need a corner. Give me my bitches. That's crazy. Oh, my God, dude. He is fucking massive. His sheer circumference makes him look shorter. He looks like a short dude. He looks like a short dude because he is so round. But he's actually a insanely massive human being. He's 6'3", 2 inches over fucking Marius. Golly. This is gonna be such a meme of a fight, bro. This is gonna be such a meme of a fight. I tell you what. I am so excited, though. Eddie Hall looks amped the fuck up. He looks focused. Nice. Saying, giving his corner a hug. About to get in. Dude, Eddie Hall. He looks scary as fuck. I wouldn't want to fight him. I would not want to fight him. Oh my gosh. Jesus. He raised his arms up. And it's just like a fucking gorilla with his lats. It's like a fucking gorilla. Like, literally after watching him do that, I am like literally on camera embarrassed to like show my body. I feel so inferior. Jesus. Like, if he can get on top, bro, that chest on top of you, fuck me. Is this going to be 3 5-minute rounds, bro? This is 3 5-minute rounds. Eddie Hall is a madman. If he's able to go fucking 15 minutes, that's impressive as fuck. Dude, his size. Holy moly. All right. Marius Pudzianowski. Why is that his nickname? Why is his nickname part of his last name? Uh-oh. Dude, he's got an old man face like nobody's business. He definitely got a younger picture of him in this. But, all right. Respect, though. He's a vet. Vet of vets here for KSW. Homie's been there. Been there, done that. And he's stepping up with a major weight difference. Big difference in skill and experience, presumably. But major weight difference. I cannot wait to see the stats that pop up. Because I want to know who has the reach advantage. I want to know who's going to be able to touch who first. Because that, I think, is what's going to kind of determine what we see here. If these guys are actually going to go in here to fucking hurt each other badly. Golly, the wrinkles on his face. He does look like a fucking a Polish gangster, though. He looks like a Polish gangster. Just a reminder for everyone before we start this, what this man's Tapology picture is. In fact, homie, I gotta tweet this out. There ain't no way. Yeah, that's so fire. That is so fire. I'm definitely tweeting that out real quick. My God. I'm so nervous. I wonder what he weighed in at for this. I wonder what they got him at. Oop, sorry, I knocked my mic a bit. Best Tapology pick of all time. Okay. I gotta find it, though. Took a screenshot. I can't find it. Looking for it in my files. Man, I'm so excited I actually get to watch Eddie Hall live. I didn't think I'd ever get to. Oh, man. Eddie Hall, Pudzianowski. Both men. Oh, they don't show the weight? I'm confused. They don't got a... Oh, fucked up for a sec there. There we go. Got it fixed. Okay. Sorry, I missed your chat. I saw you sent one. Why and Gary got more votes? What the fuck? Yes. Coffee time. Father time has entered the chat. That's beautiful. Why? Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, Ben. I tried to tell him why I was picking Protez. I picked Protez, Ben. So, although they picked Gary, we know what's up. Hope more bets come in on Gary for better prices on Carlos. I think that line's gonna probably stay pretty solid. Oh shit! First round. Here we go. Okay. Big overhand misses from Bojan, or from Marius. Eddie Hall comes in with the 1-2. They clinch up. Pudzianowski going in for a takedown. Eddie Hall rocked him. Looked like he hit him in the back of the head. Whipped his ass off with that over. Eddie Hall is a beast. Oh my God. Big hammer fist. And back in the head. Back in the head. Careful, Eddie. Trying to throw. Hey, ref, stop the fight. Fight's over. Eddie, oh my God. It ended in 20 seconds. Bro, Eddie Hall was hitting the fuck out of the back of his head. What the fuck? The way he threw his ass off with that overhook. Chucked him. Dude, the strength. You cannot go in with that kind of weight difference. You cannot go in with that kind of weight difference. We just saw why you cannot go in with that kind of weight difference. That was insane. Bro. Eddie Hall. You madman. Yeah, plus 320 was free as fuck. Holy shit. Good money, Victor. God damn, bro. Yeah, that weight difference was so noticeable. Victor, I don't know if you watched it, but the way he chucked his ass off when he was going for that takedown. Chucked his ass off with that overhook. Not an underhook, overhook. Just fucking whipped his ass off of him. Pure strength, bro. Definitely hit the back of his head, though. Definitely hit the back of his head. 100% hit the back of his head. Yeah, literally, the announcer just said it. Flung him across the ring. Yeah, the back of his head is fucked. He got hit hard in the back of the head. Yeah, he's literally holding the back of his head. Oh my God. That was rough. I hate to see the back of the head shots, though. That's not fun. All right, so Eddie ducks under the overhand. Lands the 1-2 over the top of the guard. Then lands another 2 that stumbled him badly. Saw he was stumbled. Crashed in with the 2. They tangled up in the clinch. Yeah, that was definitely back of the head for a little bit there. But he switched up when the ref told him to. He probably landed 2 or 3 behind the head. Yeah, and then he was switched to the back of the ear. Like, good shit from Eddie Hall, bro. Good shit from Eddie Hall, man. But the weight difference was so apparent. And these are heavyweights. Like, dude, Eddie Hall is a scary human being to be in a cage with. Because I'm pretty sure Eddie Hall also did that thing where he went either 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 against, like, smaller dudes. And he was just fucking, fucking throwing them across the octagon, bro. That shit's hilarious to me. Eddie Hall is just going across Eastern Europe and just doing the most ridiculous MMA shit you can think of. Man, dude, homie's still holding the back of his head, like really trying to show, like, hey, he hit me in the back of the head a ton. And he did. He hit him a good amount of times. They definitely affected him probably, but I think the finish was coming either way. The finish was going to come either way, back of the head shots or no back of the head shots, but it should be noted that he was doing that. 100% was throwing those bad boys. Man, I couldn't find the fight fast enough. Damn, mama. Oh, thanks, Victor. I appreciate the sub, man. Appreciate the sub, Victor. Victor, check out the picks, my man. All right, check out the picks, Victor. I'm telling you, we went 10-3 last time. We went 11-1 the time before that. All right, we're on a hot streak right now. I'm telling you, the picks are on point. Go check out my picks, my friend. Appreciate you. Thank you, Victor. Dang, that sucks though, Ben. I'm sorry you couldn't find it fast enough. I definitely would still look it up. Look up a replay if you can find it. It's worth it. I mean, it wasn't that long at all. It was insane. The thing that was the most insane was watching Eddie Hall fling him across the octagon, or the cage, rather. That was ridiculous. Let me listen to this interview. He looked into his mind's eyes, and he knew what was going to happen. Say he saw his opportunity, so he took it. I mean, fair. Bro, Eddie Hall versus Francis Ngannou. Eddie Hall versus Francis Ngannou. Make it happen, PFL. PFL, if you're in the business of super fights, Eddie Hall, Francis Ngannou. Make it now. That is money to be made. Tell me that isn't a fucking entertaining fight. Tell me Eddie Hall, Francis Ngannou, no weight limits, isn't a fantastic fight. Come on. That would be so fucking dope. We gotta do Eddie Hall, Francis Ngannou. Come on. Francis Ngannou tries to wrestle him, and if he can, Eddie Hall just fucking just slings his ass. Come on. Gotta get Eddie Hall, Francis Ngannou now. That would be so sick. Ooh. Oh shit, I accidentally closed it. But yeah, I think he's about to talk about the back of the head shots. Yeah, but at least he said that's the way it is, it may happen. So he is acknowledging that it definitely happened, but kind of like the same thing I said, like, it's on the ref to, like, call that, you know? I would, if it were me and those back of the head shots were happening, bro, give him a time to recover and see if he's good enough to keep fighting. Because if those back of the head shots were real, those happened. You can't just give Eddie a win off that. You really should just restart not the fight, but, like, pause it, give him a time to recover because those were obviously back of the head shots, and then restart the fight. They try to ask him about the future. He says he's not thinking about it. Fair enough, man. Fair enough, bro. What's next? I don't know. Fair enough, bro. Probably got a good payday for this Eddie Hall fight, though. Man, I mean, it was cool. It's fun to see Eddie Hall throw him, but you hate to... Yeah, no, Twitter will definitely have it, Ben. Especially with how short it was. There's no way Twitter isn't already blasting it all over. In fact, I bet if I refresh it right now and I search up KSW. Oh, yeah. Like, Caposo already reshared it, bro. Go ahead and look up Caposa, and he already reshared it. Yep. In fact, you know what? This is a Twitter post. I'm going to fucking just show it. Fuck it. It's a fucking Twitter post. Here. I got you right here. So he caught him with a little straight. Little shots in the back of the shots in the back of the head were starting from the beginning. You can see it. Bop, bop, bop. Back of the head right there. More back of the head. Stops throwing back of the head. Slings him with that over it. That was sick. Good hammer fist here. Back of the head. Back of the head. Back of the head. Back of the head. Then to the side. Yeah, like that was all back of the head. 100%. So, you know. It is what it is. Yeah. Man, that was brutal. Brutal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Any Marius fans, any Polish fans in here? Yeah, dude, the underhook bitch, overhook bitch toss was fire. Dude, yeah, that was literally just like big brothering his ass. He literally just big brothered the fuck out of him. It was so crazy. I did not expect... I actually did expect them to go super hard, like off rip, but I expected more like gaps in between. I didn't expect one of them to get hurt instantly, I guess. But I guess it makes sense. Guess it makes sense, though. I did not, I mean, once he was hurt, I guess you can expect Eddie Hall to fucking toss you across the ring whenever he's only 1 minute into the fight. He probably still fresh as hell. Eddie Hall was probably fresh as hell going into that. And he was already hurting him? Damn. Eddie Hall has a 1-0 record now against a 17-9 vet. Eddie Hall has a 1-0 record now in 17-9. I will say this till the day I die. Francis Ngannou, Eddie Hall is the fight to make, ladies and gentlemen. Francis Ngannou, Eddie Hall, no weight limit, super fight in the PFL. Make it happen. Make it happen. In fact, I'm tweeting that out. Francis Ngannou versus Eddie Hall. PFL super fight. Make it now. Yeah, dude. You got to. You got to. That would be such a sick fight. Eddie Hall got a better winning percentage than John Jones, and Dana will stare at you like you're a retard and say John Jones is the GOAT of every fight attribute. Bro, you've been hearing the rumors? Been hearing the rumors about John Jones recently? Apparently he had something to do with the Dricus du Plessis lie. Like he was like trying to spread it about him being injured and out because he didn't want attention on him and Aspinall, because apparently he doesn't want to fight Aspinall. I'm hearing there's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes with John Jones Dana, and that these are just reports and headlines I'm seeing. So I have nothing verified, but I have heard that Dana and John Jones like aren't on. They're not speaking at the moment. Is what I heard. But yeah, we got Igor and Artur. Igor Michaliszyn versus Artur Szczepaniak. Szczepaniak? I'm saying Artur and Igor. We're saying Igor and Artur. And my boy Artur is making his walk out now. Yeah, I wonder if that's true though. I really wonder if there's like a lot of turmoil going on behind the scenes. A lot of chaos. And having a lot of trouble getting John Jones to the table. Because that's fucked up if so. That's super fucked up if John Jones is holding Aspinall up. Because Aspinall is in his prime right now, homie. My man needs to be fighting. My man needs to be fighting. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's see. What are people saying about the cat? What does Twitter say? Hasn't fought in like 2 years now. My brain goes weird places, but I think Holmes would rather off himself than ruin his legacy with Tom. It feels like he's like petrified of the idea of fighting him. Agreed, dude. He wants to be the Michael Jordan of MMA so fucking bad. I think John Jones is legacy obsessed. He is super legacy obsessed, and it's weird, man. Yeah, I think I wonder how homie feels about the world at large and what he thinks about what they think about him. I wonder if he cares at all. I wonder if just outwardly he expresses he doesn't care, and if like on the inside it actually brings him a lot of anxiety. But yeah, Igor is about to make his walkout now. Let me see how long has it been since our Tom Aspinall last fought? Because Cyril gone as well. Like Cyril Gane's been on the bench for his fucking second too. Now at this point. Yeah, Tom most recently had to defend his interim belt for Curtis Blades. It hasn't been 2 years. It's been only not even a year. What are you talking about 2 years? Ben, your sense of time is fucked. Even though you know all the time zones, my friend. Yeah, I did not think it was 2 years. But then Cyril Gane, I think, has been a little bit more recent than that. I think it was like early fall he last fought. Motherfucking Volkov. No, that was in December. It wasn't fall. So yeah, homies are both due. And like, hurry up and make the title fight. Hurry up and make the title fight with Cyril and Tom. Like, let's stop wasting fucking time here. It's so crazy to me. Like, the amount of time they're wasting on these guys in the prime of their careers. So crazy to me, man. Okay. Our boy Igor making his way in now, though. Alrighty. Oh boy. Yeah, everyone is sharing the Eddie Hall fight now. Eddie Hall fight's getting spammed all over Twitter. Yeah, dude. Eddie Hall just fucking made a viral moment out. It's the fucking overhook throw for me, 100%. Yeet! Golly. Yeah, what are the comments saying? Ah, yeah, the second comment. I have seen enough. Give him Ngannou. Oh my god. Obviously, Ngannou should win that fight. He would destroy Eddie Hall, hopefully. But you gotta do it for the meme at this point. Because who the fuck is Francis Ngannou gonna fight? What do you think, John Jones is gonna leave the UFC and go to the PFL? And go fight Francis Ngannou? Give Francis Ngannou some fun-ass fights. Let's get him in there with Eddie Hall. Imagine back in Africa and you are a lion in 200 BC and a big-ass lion walks past you, fucks your lioness, and then puts his... Instead of fighting him, you call your grandpa to delay the fight. Jesus Christ. Ben, you got some hatred for the John Jones situation, but I feel it. Oh, no, Ben, I 100% agree with you. It does not fit. Aspinall should not have 2 fights in 3 years. More exaggeration. I agree. He should not be fighting that often. Like, the UFC is fucking up this heavyweight shit. All right, here we go. Round 1. Let me start calling this next fight. Although I do love the John Jones hate. All right, Igor, Artur in the middle. Both men tentative, not starting off with a super heavy pace yet. Both trying to measure distance. Igor making slight movements forward. Parrying that jab of Artur. Nice outside leg kick from Igor. This is number 2 versus number 4 in the welterweight division. Okay, so this might be for whoever fights with the title next. Jab up top, jab to the body by Igor. Doesn't land. Gets pushed back though. Igor switching stances a bit here. Nice jab from Igor. Okay. Clean. He's going to be able to take advantage of that reach pretty well. Counters that body kick from Artur with a nice outside leg kick and a jab. I tell you what, the footwork of Igor is really good. His distance control is pretty on point. And the head movement and shoulder rolls. Nice job getting out of the way of those shots from Artur. Goes straight to the body from Artur. Another outside leg kick from Igor. Okay. Artur trying to back him up. Throws a head kick. Glances off the guard of Igor. Igor giving a lot of different stance switches here, but not throwing anything. He hasn't thrown anything off the stance switch yet. You shouldn't be switching stances for nothing. I will say that. You should be throwing something off those stance switches. Nice outside leg kick from Igor. Artur feinting in. Misses his body kick. Yep. All right. Artur feinting that rear hand. Igor lands a body kick. Nice. Overhand over the top for Artur as he ducked under the jab of Igor. Starting to find that counter now. Nice head kick. Wobbles Igor. Artur swarming on him now. Shooting shots aside of head. Igor trying to get a takedown. Ref's looking close at it. Ref steps in. Stops the fight. Beautiful head kick. Beautiful head kick. Gets through the block. The thing is, when Igor went to block, he was only blocking with his hand right here. You got to get that whole arm in play. Got to get that whole arm or that force is going to just transfer right through your head. And it's going to wrap around the back of your head. Beautiful head kick by Artur. Golly! Let me see that replay real quick. God dang, that was a good one. Great head kick knockout by Artur. Damn, he is ripped. Yeah, that's going to get him the next title shot. He was number 4 as well. So he just took the number 2 spot. Definitely going to get that title shot off that, I think. 2 Polish fellows as well. Rough. Hate to see your own countrymen get knocked out. But oh well. That's how it goes. Give me that replay. Why y'all taking so long? Alright, here we go. Set it up. Off the lead head kick. Yeah. He was only blocking with his hand. Yeah, and it went right behind the hand and wrapped around his head. I'm watching NBA right now, so I'm honestly just chilling here listening only. That's fine, Ben. Appreciate you chilling, bro. Dang, bro. Check Twitter if you want for that head kick. It'll probably, though, now that people got the Eddie Hall clip circulating, they're probably just going to keep sharing KSW clips if there's more highlights, so you might get to see that one. Damn, son. No. Whew. Dude, yeah, everyone, I will say, on the Eddie Hall, all the Eddie Hall clips being shared around, all of the comments are about the back of the head shots. Almost all of them. I'd say like 10% aren't about that. God damn. All right. Well, we're on to our co-main event. I mean, KSW will blow up. Yeah, dude. You're crazy. But, next we got Artur Spilka. Another guy that is using his last name as part of his nickname. Versus Errol Bone Crusher Zimmerman. What is that flag? I don't know what that flag is, actually. Netherlands. Ah, we got a Dutch kickboxer, possibly. Let me get this cat to chill out real quick while we're getting the next fight started. And give him a toy or something. celebrities and favorite fighters like Chandler are allowed to hit back of the headshots. That is 100% facts, my friend. If you are a top 5 fighter or a celebrity fighter, you get at least 5 fouls before you actually get some sort of punishment for it. That's a fact. 1 second. Okay, let my dog out real quick. Hey, no, boy, if you are that drunk this early, that's insane. You better not be, unless you're waking up hungover. Coffee bong. 5 separate fouls if you repeat. Okay. Yeah, no, that's when you get the warning. That's when you get the warning after the 5th one. Oh my gosh. Ben typing like he's drunk, I will say. Are allowed to hit back shots is crazy though, Ben. That is a major pause. That is a pause of all pauses right there. That's going into the pause Hall of Fame, TBH. All right, I'm going to go make sure my dog is not running away real quick. Wow. This is getting to the next fight. Still doing the interview with homie. I mean, he finished the fight super quick, so they're giving him a lot of mic time. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Let me go ahead and put the beat right back up, so people who come in aren't like, what the fuck? There we go. Hold on, what? Ben said, cold shower, coffee, bong, vitamins, and sport equals Bro, that's a chemical concoction that will cure any man. Not drunk, just typing like. Oh, okay. I was about to say, yeah, no, that is a way to a man's heart right there. Cold shower, coffee, bongs, and vitamins, and sports. Beautiful. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we'll be getting to our next fight here soon. They're playing some promo. Probably letting the guys know because it was an early finish that they're going to be coming up next. 4:30 drinky poo session would be sad. That would be super fucking sad. Ben, I would actually be. I'm never worried about you, Ben, because it feels like you've adapted so hard. If you were drinking this early, though, that would make me worried. NBA got bored already. We are already in the first quarter. We're watching KSW. Fuck it. First seed versus 8 seed in a 4-game sweep right now. Holy fuck. Memphis Grizzlies are so ass to put 10 on them on each game, and they getting swept. Damn, Ben. Fuck. Yeah, I don't watch NBA. I used to watch college basketball. Because I was a UNC fan. And I was in college, not at UNC, but at App State, when they won against Villanova. The year after they had lost to Villanova. And so they got that one back. I think it was Villanova, right? I might be saying the wrong team they were going against, but man, I've seen a lot of good UNC games. Man, I used to miss those days, but just not into basketball enough anymore. I think we had this conversation already, so I won't reiterate. But we got our co-main and main event left. Crazy that this is the co-main, you know? K1, KSW. Wait, so K1, what? It's not an MMA. K1 is an MMA. K1. So he's a K1 kickboxer, but his last fight was in K1. When were his last MMA fights? So all of his MMA fights seem to have been coming in. Oh, they're doing promo for one of the KSW events. They got the people facing off in the octagon. I do like how European promotions do this more. Like in the middle of their cards, they'll do like some sick promo. I like this kind of promo. That's real life promo. I honestly would just be challenging myself and my ability to persevere on a daily schedule and also coach Trojans. Yeah, that'd be fun. College sport only watchable is football. That shit's heat. College football is pretty lit, especially live. College football is super dope live. March Madness is good, though. You have to admit, college basketball during March Madness is really good. In the regular season, I could understand not enjoying it during the regular season. You know? Favorite pre-2015 Macklemore song? Are we just trying to have a nostalgia train from when we were in our, like, prime of adolescence? Is that what we're trying to do, Ben? Fucking, obviously, it's, what is it? When I was 8, I thought it was gay. What the fuck is that song? I can't remember. It's so funny though. That song got memed like crazy. But obviously Thrift Store. Thrift Store is a classic, bro. When that song came out, that shit changed a generation. It did. Thrift Shop changed a lot. I just don't think the players are ready to be famous in basketball as they are in football. Yeah, but then now that the recent college rules have changed, now they can make money while they're in college. Because it used to be they weren't allowed to make money off like sponsorships and shit. Now they can. Now I bet you are going to start seeing the basketball people act like that. I think you will start seeing them act like that more. It is weird, though, that the college people, the football players, did already kind of have that down. Maybe it's because you're in a stadium, and when you win a football championship, it feels way different, feels more grand and stuff, because it's like, I feel like it's because you're in a football stadium rather than a basketball arena, that it literally makes it feel more special. I feel like psychologically that's why. That's a good point, though. I never thought about that. The fact that college basketball players aren't as prominent as fucking football players. When I was in 3rd grade, I thought that's what it was, because I could draw. Yo, my uncle was... Ben, thank you for telling me what the exact lyrics are. That shit is so funny to me. That is one of the funniest lyrics of all time in that Macklemore song. No one expected him to come out with that. Told my mom, tears rushing down my face. She like, Ben, you love girls since before pre-K. Oh my god, that shit was too funny, bro. Literally was having a crisis as a child of, am I gay? Like, dude, it's too funny. Some funny lyrics in a very emotional song, you have to admit. I don't know if that was on purpose. I would hope it's on purpose. Of course it was on purpose, right? Has to be. Yeah. Dude, that's so funny. Oh, God. Alright, we getting promo for... Looks like we're getting promo for the next heavyweight title fight. Yeah. I think that's Phil DeFreeze. Let's get to the next fight. And I can't change you. Try. Said the chorus slaps hard. Chorus does slap hard. Macklemore had a couple good songs. I think he had 3 good songs that were in that. They got to the top 40. That were good. But I wasn't like listening to the album. Okay, and I love listening to albums. I'm a big album guy. So if I want to listen to an artist, I'll listen to the album they just released. But I never listened to a whole Macklemore album. Also, another lyrics about YouTube comments lately. A man that's gay gets dropped on the daily. We become so known to what we're saying. Oh my God! Stop, man. It's so funny. Just think how now these lyrics are so fucking asinine. Yeah, no, 100%. They're funny, but I don't think we're laughing with Macklemore. I feel like we're some parts laughing at him. Some parts we're definitely laughing at him. Some of them we're laughing with him though. Some of them he purposely is trying to be funny. Not all the time though. Oh no, wait! This is the promo for this fight. Errol Zimmerman just looks way older now than I guess this, and he's 1-1. But I guess he's got all the K1 experience that he had when he was young. He kind of fights like Jairzinho. It looks like swimming is good. Top to bottom is a genius. Pastime for me. I think it's pastime. I'm about to Google that for you. Pass. Time. Is it pastime? Oh, it's one word. A pastime is one word. It's P-A-S-T-I-M-E. It's all one word. Who would have fucking thought? I never had to write that word down. Never had to write it down. I've always just said it. So it's a P-A-S-T-I-M-E. It's all one word. Pastime. So it's not like 2 words that are put together, 2 words that are separate to mean something else. It's just a whole word that has its own meaning. There you go. That's so crazy. We learn something new every day, Ben. We learn something new every day. Trying to find, because I don't want Macklemore lyrics to be the highlight on the chat. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to find the KSW comment. Holy fuck. Never mind. Whatever. Alright, finally we're getting to the walkouts. Errol Spencer making his walkout now. Is that... Oh, has he got a mask on? He's got the skull on. Classic. What was this K1 record? Pastime. Yeah, dude. For real. It's crazy, right? I feel like I and me are like 8% of English speakers that know that has. Dude, for real. Me and you gotta be in a special club now of people who actually know that's a one word. Like, there's gotta be a small percentage of people who actually know that's what the word is, and it's not like 2 separates. Because there's a lot of words in the, like, a lot of phrases and words in the English language that are like that, and you don't know whether they're 2 separate words or one word. English is fucked sometimes, man. God bless anyone who tries to learn it. Alright, so what was Zimmerman's K1 record? What did it say? So that was, most recent. That was, okay. So, god damn. Looks like it's definitely more so winning. K1. Any K1 title fights? It's Showtime. Got a title fight there. Did he win? He won the tournament there. That could be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as the final question. Dude, yeah, I don't know about the final question, Ben. I don't know about the final... Dude, yeah, bro, has walkout baddies. That's what I said about Eddie Hall in the last one, bro. Eddie Hall, I think maybe it's for all of the fights, has, like, he just has the... Dude, they are baddies. Like, these are really good-looking walkout ring girls. They were both, like, walking side by side behind him. And with Eddie Hall doing it, it's like... It's like some shit from Game of Thrones. Like, he was a motherfucking, Daenerys' husband from the Dothraki. What the fuck is that guy's name? What's Dothraki husband's name? I forgot. Jason Momoa's ass. It was fucking crazy. My man looked like he conquers, like, countries. Conquers nations. Eddie Hall had insane... I hate saying this phrase because I'm 28. He had insane aura walking out. The aura was real. They should walk out kissing naked next time. Just my suggestion. I don't know, though. We'll have to run that by the executives, Ben. We'll have to run that by the executives. We'll have to get that through focus groups. We're going to have to take it to QA. They're going to have to review it, and then we'll put that out there. We'll see. We'll see. Crazy suggestion. Okay, is this a tournament win? Oh, he won the title fight. Oof. Oh, wait, no, this was another tournament. Yeah, so he won this tournament. Was this a title fight or a tournament? Defended belt. Oh, he went for the title fight here. Looks like. Yeah, he went for the heavyweight championship here. Damn. This was late in his career. Well, no, 2015. Damn, he took a break for between 2015 and 2020. Went to 1. This was in glory as well. So, homie has been around. He's been to all the kickboxing things. And he got the one win in KSW before, though. So, we'll see. We will see. All right. All right, Errol Zimmerman's in the ring now, and now Artur Spilka is now making his way in. Let's check out homie's record. 24-5, insane amount of experience. Younger too, younger guy. His foundation is boxing. 2-1 in KSW. Before that, damn, he was main eventing this promotion, Knockout Night. Was he boxing? Yes, it's all boxing. Dang, so we get an MMA crossover of a boxer and a kickboxer. Yo, this fight's gonna be fucking fire. Dang. He was main eventing a good amount of these too. That's cool. Then he went to KSW. He went on a 3-fight win streak. Then got knocked out 14 seconds into a fight. It's heavyweight though, so I get it. It's heavyweight. This guy's 4-0 when he did this. Is he 6? He's 6-0 now. I want to see this guy fight. 6-0 in KSW. Oh, and he's going to be at 107. We're definitely going to... Yeah, we got to watch the heavyweight title fight. We're going to be probably back for KSW 107. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Damn, homie. Homie went out there and literally finished a boxer in 14 seconds. That's insane. Okay. It's going to be a tough one. I don't know who to predict because I haven't seen either homie fight. They're giving the kickboxer the slight edge over the boxer, which is understandable because this is probably going to be all on the feet. Who I don't even know who would even start grappling if we choose to go that route. I don't know if we'll even go that route at all. Sorry. Gotta get my cat out of here. Okay. Co-main event. This is a good co-main. We got a heavyweight fight for the... We've had so many crazy like heavyweights for the like late main card. Damn, that motherfucker's big. Dude, Ben, you saw Errol Zimmerman when he had his back turned in this like graphic and then he turned around. That motherfucker's huge. Jesus. Why are heavyweights so goddamn terrifying? Jesus. Alright, here we go. Co-main event. Artur Spilka. Errol Zimmerman. I like that the ring girls get a flag and it's like a NASCAR race. This is much cooler. I like it. I like it feels like a NASCAR of MMA because of all the brands and ads printed on their bodies as well. Like they're NASCAR straight up. Alright, round 1. Errol Zimmerman, measuring out distance. Southpaw versus Orthodox. We haven't had that for a bit here. Southpaw for Artur. Zimmerman tries to hit with that head kick. God, that belly is big, bro. Both men playing that lead hand game, pawing at lead hand. Wow, lead hook knocks down Artur. Then a body kick by Zimmerman. Artur framing off. Having to recover. Trying to go to his back so he didn't get caught by a shot standing up. Trying to pull Zimmerman in. Zimmerman actually went to the ground with him. Why wouldn't you stand him back up? Oh, man. Artur building up an underhook. Wrestled, knee tap. Big fence grab. Big fence grab. But Artur Still gets it. The ref was going to stop the fight. But then Archer got the takedown. So then he let it keep going. That's a good ref. He knew it was going to keep going. Dang, silly move by Zimmerman, bro. Silly move by Zimmerman. You should not have followed him to the ground. Why didn't you let him up? You rocked him. Now Zimmerman's going to just hold on here. It looks like Zimmerman does not have any clue of like building base with his forearm and getting an underhook and starting to come up. Does not look like he knows what to do here. Now he's starting to kind of push off of that forearm. Now he's at least building his base, but he's giving his back completely and taking shots as he's trying to get to the cage. Uh-oh. Archer thinking about an arm triangle now. Archer, knowing literally 10% of jiu-jitsu, taps him from the half guard with the arm triangle. Oh my God. Why was this line so wide? Why was this line so close? If I would have known that Errol Zimmerman didn't just have bad grappling, but had zero grappling, Artur Spilka, he went 3-1 in KSW. Like, after he left boxing. He obviously defended a lot of takedowns in those fights. So, Errol Zimmerman needs to go back to the fucking drawing board. He got a knockdown and then followed him to the ground, knowing damn well he knew zero ground game. Oh my God. Now you got Artur Spilka's wife crying because he's so proud of her because Errol Zimmerman's a dumbass. That's crazy, dog. How can you be a professional combat sportsman and not understand these basic things about MMA? Like, if you knock them down and you're really, 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 really bad at grappling, let them up. Oh, I feel like it's the easiest thing to remember. And we are in the big 2025. The big 2025. And we're still doing this. It's crazy. He threw away a win because he has no submission defense. And he went on the ground. He chose to be on the ground. So damn silly. So damn silly, bro. Golly. So damn silly. Like, literally, he beat a 17-8. He beat the guy we just watched, who obviously has a ton of experience and could take him down if he wanted to. It's so silly, bro. Like, come on, just learn what an underhook is and build it. If you're gonna do that, just learn an underhook. Just learn an underhook. If you're going against the boxer, just learn an underhook. That'll be fine. He didn't even do that. He knew he had to get up, and he took a risk. He knew that, and he did that right. We'll give him that. He took a risk, but that's bad, bro. That's such bad fight IQ. I can't even comment. Why do I even say that? I did comment. Excuse me. Wow. Well, wonder who's fighting for the title next. Shit. Did homie already fight for a belt yet? No. But he can get back. This guy, is this the guy who's gonna fight Phil DeFries? He is. All right, yeah. And this makes sense. That makes a ton of sense that this dude should be fighting Phil next. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Whew, man, they got a good heavyweight division with the top guys, at least, here at KSW. The top guys are cool. Very, very good submission. Like, it was the exact perfect thing to do throughout the whole thing. But that was 100% Errol Zimmerman throwing away his win in front of a coliseum of people. That was what that was. That was what that was. That was Errol Zimmerman saying, I have hurt my opponent. I must have forgotten that I took a bribe in the back to take the fall. I need to get on top and let him submit me. I fucked up. I'm just kidding. I'm just totally kidding about that, by the way. He did not do that. But Errol Zimmerman made a very stupid decision. I mean, good on him for wanting to test it. I will call it dumb, but I will never call it like cowardly or say he's a bad fighter. I would say it's a bad decision, but the fact that he hurt him and did want to go to top half guard and try to finish him out, I applaud him for wanting to try and get a finish there, to challenge himself. I will applaud Errol Zimmerman for that. If I'm gonna shit on him, I'm gonna try and say what he did well. He got the knockdown, the lead hook off of the counter. He used his head movement, I think, to duck under the straight of Artur, and then came up with that lead hook after Artur like slipped his straight and just caught him with that third shot. He just extended his combination in that southpaw stance, that lead hook. In that southpaw orthodox style, that lead hook is way more valuable. It becomes way more valuable for like the ending shot or the counter shot. It's so scary. It's so scary to see when you're in a southpaw orthodox situation to throw anything and see that lead hook like just come across your face. You're like, Jesus, man. Because like, especially if you're wanting to throw your lead kick to get an outside thigh kick and you're having to use your hand as the lever, like seeing that lead hook and hoping that it just brushes off your shoulder and he doesn't like get that perfect. It's tough in that southpaw orthodox, and that wasn't even what that was. They were like exchanging with each other in the middle, and he ended with a lead hook. So, good on Zimmerman to get the knockdown. Not good on him to go to the ground is the story of this fight. Oh wow, they brought him over. They're talking stuff. What are they? Is this in English? Oh god damn it! Forgot it's my phone again. Oh, dang, they're asking for a rematch, bro. Yeah, Zimmerman's talking shit, dog. Zimmerman's talking shit. Nah, bro. We're going to go again. Dude, that's crazy. Zimmerman probably thought, like, I was going to win that fight. I just didn't want to win it. So I went to the ground. But we're going to fight again. Next time I'm going to win it. But yeah, Artur was saying I gotta get my next guy, you know, gotta get the next guy, and then maybe we'll do it again. I think they should fight again. Maybe not in their next fight. Give them both one more fight. Let them both get some training in, then let them rematch. I think they could rematch right after if Zimmerman can get a good win and show that he isn't a dummy, not a dummy, isn't making the wrong decisions. I'm trying to call him dumb less. That's the meme, but makes less decisions like he did in this fight, and Artur get a chance to maybe get another win because he could honestly get to that title shot if he gets another win. The guy who beat him last is who is fighting for the title, and it's going to be tough after losing to him, especially if Phil beats that guy who is on a tear. And he's only been in KSW, so he's fought probably decent heavyweights. He fought Artur, and Artur's decent. Got a lot of boxing experience. So, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, celebrating. Oh, Errol Zimmerman getting a post-fight interview. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Oh, wait, damn it. Fuck. Did it again. What was it like? How was that? Yeah, you tapped really fast. How was that? Oh no, Black Dude did not win. Black Dude did not win, Ben. Back to NBA, holy shit, nearly crashed out on my TV. I used the web browser on my TV and the internet's not good enough to load anything. I want to fucking die. Was it a watchable KO? It wasn't a KO. It was a arm triangle. No, Ben, watch it back. Errol Zimmerman is a big dum-dum. He's a K1 kickboxer who has 1-1 in MMA, 0 ground game. He knocks down Artur with a beautiful lead hook and then goes to the ground with him. Goes to the ground with him instead of standing him back up, bro. And gets swept with literally the most simple underhook, knee tap, and then got arm triangle, dog. Oh, you tapped? How was that? That was so funny, bro. Oh my god, they're back to talking shit again. Oh, never mind now. They're being good sportsmen. But Zimmerman was calling him out after the fight, saying, we got to fight again. Yeah, but Ben, you got to go watch it back. It was rough to watch. Zimmerman made bad decisions. And he didn't. Once he was in bottom half guard, he didn't dig a underhook. He just he tried to build a base and just turn away and just set himself up for the arm triangle. He didn't try to build his base with an underhook, which is what you're supposed to do. He just tried to turn away completely. It was rough to watch. They're taking a picture together after. They're good guys. Nice little showmanship after the fight. I don't blame fighters for no IQ anymore. You have to have no IQ to be a fighter anyway. Ben, no truer statement. Yeesh. Ben dropping truth bombs in the chat. Golly. That was crazy. I commend him. I commend him for trying to finish on the ground, but not a good decision in my opinion. You doing UFC today or just watching? It depends. It depends on what my fiance is doing tonight, but I'll definitely post it up on my channel if I am. Damn. But Ben, the picks have been on fire lately, dog. 10-3 on the last card, parlay hit, and 11-1 on the card before that. Homie, picks have been on point. I will say. But we had that one card I didn't do picks for. I missed that in between, but it was a good picks recently. But we are going to get to our main event now for the welterweight title, ladies and gents. Don't forget to leave a like if you're just getting here, just joining us. Don't forget to sub. Go check out the picks for the UFC that we got this evening. Appreciate y'all coming through. All right, Adrian Bartosiński versus Andrzej Grzyb. Minus 333, plus 225. Heavy picks in Tapology toward Bartosiński. Look at your picks as those fights are walking out. You should listen to me commentate over the fight as it's playing, just to see if what I'm saying is matching up to what's being fought. That would be funny. Also, the Better Walkout Songs wins tonight. I haven't done that yet either. Ooh, a live bet. You hear both walkouts, and then right when you're okay, that was the better walkout, you live bet on that. That would be an insane system to go by. I'd be very interested to know what that turns out into for objectively who had the better walkout. As objective as you can be on that. And then you get that information on who wins most of those fights. That would be pretty funny, actually. I'd like that data. Oof, yeah, they're playing the promo. Playing the promo for 107 yet again. Dude, I don't know. That 6-0 Warshik, I think that's his name. It's gonna be tough to beat that Phil to Freeze, isn't it? They still doing promo? Yeah, they're still doing promo for 107. So they're gonna take some time before the main event. Let me see, what do we got for what our polls at? Let me check it out. 8 votes, 50-50. 50-50 for Michel Pereira, Abus Magomedov. What were the odds? Because if everyone here, 8 people are picking 50-50. What are the odds makers making for that one? What are they saying? Yeah, near even. I think this is a super near even fight for sure. Because I think Abus Magomedov's, his grappling has gotten a lot better. His gas tank's gotten a lot better. Michel Pereira has decent grappling and striking, but his gas tank has been suffering a ton lately. I don't know why he has not fixed this. It's a glaring hole, and it's very obvious. He's at middleweight, too, so I'm sure it's heavier fighters that he has to deal with because he's been at welterweight. He was at welterweight for so long. So, guess next one. I feel like a lot of people are going to pick Randy Brown, though. I don't feel like that's a close one. We'll do Giga Chikadze and David Onama for the last one. Interested in see what public thinks. Who Aw, the heavyweights for 107 are being good sportsmen, giving each other daps and hugs and shit. Okay. Giga Kick Chikedze. That's a cool nickname. Giga Kick Chikedze. Come on. Giga Kick Chikedze. What is Giga Chikedze's name? I feel like with a name like that, you can make a really good nickname. What is his? I forgot. Giga Ninja Chikedze? That's okay. That kind of fits in. Giga Ninja Chikedze. You could fuck up and say the wrong word when you say that nickname, though. I will say, I like mine though. Giga Kick Chikedze. That's kind of a tongue twister though, isn't it? Maybe not that good. Still keeping it for this poll though. And then we got David. I can't believe his name's David. Oh my god, David, and he's from what country is he from? David, Uganda. They named their kids David in Uganda? Does he have a fucking stab wound or what is this scar here? That's rough, bro. Hope homie's been okay. Probably rough. Silent Assassin. David. Sure, we'll put that nickname in. David Silent Assassin. Assassin's such a great word. You gotta type the word ass twice. Onama. Okay. See what the public thinks about that one. Okay. Get back to our title fight. But yeah, if you guys missed the parlay that I said in my video today, still go check out all the picks if you can. I picked Jacqueline Amorum, Damon Blackshear, Chris Gutierrez as a very slight favorite is going to help boost that. In fact, the odds have widened. This was like even closer last time I checked it. So, and Matt Schnell. Yeah, Matt Schnell should have this one. Jimmy Flick is not going to be able to knock out Matt Schnell, and both of their jiu-jitsu is on a good enough level. What's up, Joseph Castillo? What channel is it on? It's KSW TV. You have to buy the pay-per-view off KSWTV.com. You can either get it off the website. The website player wasn't working for me, and I have an iPhone, so I had to download the KSW TV app, and I watched it through there, and it's working for me fine on there. I will have to figure out how to do it on my computer next time, though, so it's way easier to watch for me. But, yeah. And if you want to put it on your TV, you need to have like an LG, Samsung, or something like that, and download an app to put it onto your TV. So it's a little complicated. I don't like it, but I would rather that the website player just work. So it is what it is. But yeah, like I was saying, Matt Schnell, Chris Gutierrez, Damon Blackshear, and Jacqueline Amorum. That's the parlay for today, boys. That's a good damn parlay right there, I'd say. But yeah, the main card though, kind of hard to predict. Not Ikram Aliskerov, Andre Muniz. I would even, you know what? If you want to make that parlay even spicier, throw Ikram Aliskerov in there. Throw him in there, and that will help. That will help even more, honestly. Ikram Aliskerov, Matt Schnell, Chris Gutierrez, Damon Blackshear, Jacqueline Amorum. I think that, I mean, the fact that Damon Blackshear is back after a month and a half after beating Cody Gibson, he's riding really good momentum. I'm really happy about him. Jacqueline Amorum's way better than Polyana Viana. That's just, I mean, we know why. I don't want to be mean, actually. Let me not say that. Damon Blackshear, like I said, amazing grappler. Chris Gutierrez, Castaneda uses a ton of footwork, movement on the outside. Gutierrez has less reach in his arms, but he's taller and has more reach with his legs. His leg kicks are going to shut down that movement of Castaneda. If he lands enough leg kicks in the first round, Castaneda is going to be very crippled for the second and third. And that's where Gutierrez can take over and win those rounds, in my opinion. And then Matt Schnell, like I said, pretty equal in the jiu-jitsu realm and Jimmy Flick. Jimmy Flick's got great grappling. But Matt Schnell, I think, is just as good. Maybe it's just like a little bit behind Jimmy Flick. But the striking is going to be in Matt Schnell's favor. And that's just going to be really rough for Jimmy Flick because the reach advantage is going to be for Matt Schnell as well. He's a big flyweight. And then Ikram Aliskerov is much better than Andre Muniz. Andre Muniz has been struggle bussing lately. Struggle bussing indeed. And I think more in the prime is Ikram Aliskerov in terms of age as well. Just something to think about. something to think about. So yeah, but the rest of the card going forward after that is kind of tough to call. Randy Brown should beat Nicholas Dalby, I think. Abus Magomedov should beat Michel Pereira. David Onama, I think, should beat Giga Chikadze, because David Onama can take kicks, man. The kicks he was taking against Roberto Romero were tough. And he got through that, and that was impressive to me. I think that was good enough to like help convince me that I think he survives Giga and like kind of breaks down Giga, I think, with like a pace. And then Ming Yang Jie, I think, knocks out Anthony Smith. I don't believe Anthony Smith is focused as he should be, especially with all his recent shit that's been going on. Then this is an incredibly close fight. I think this is actually the one of the two top closest fights on the card is Ian Gary, Carlos Prates, but I think Carlos Prates is a good pick. So that's my picks. If you don't want to go watch the video, but I think I give a lot more reasoning in the video to go through that, and I go into more details about who they fought before that and whatnot. But yeah, we're getting our walkouts now with our KSW champ and challenger. The champ is making his way out now. Or is that the challenger? Looks like... Oh, man, it's so cool they got ring girls. Waiting for them to walk out with them. Ugh. Okay. Looks like... Yeah, looks like our champ's walking out now. Yes. That crazy nose. Wait. No, it's not. Wait. These guys look so fucking similar. I can't tell. I feel like he'd have his belt, right? If he was coming out. Okay, yeah, no, it's Challenger. Oh, his nickname is Double Champ? Hold on one second. I never looked into this guy, actually. 22-6. 6'0", 76-inch reach. Pretty darn good for welterweight. We'll say that's pretty darn good. 6-3 KSW. Interesting. Where's the double champ? So we got won the belt at Fight Exclusive Night. I don't know that promotion, but that's dope. I mean, it's still dope. At middleweight, and then won it at welterweight, and won it at welterweight. And then defended at welterweight or defended at middleweight? Defended at middleweight. Okay. Hey, man, he's a double champ. Can't call him not a double champ. So he defended his middleweight belt. He went back up to middleweight. Won his KSW debut. But, you know, he went through it in KSW before he started getting his momentum going. Now he's on a 4-fight win streak. Very interesting. Were any of those losses? So he got the first loss back, but he never got these other losses back. Okay. How is this guy doing it? He was 11-0 whenever he fought him. Oh, duh. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. That is literally who he's fighting again. Okay, so he's trying to get it back. So lost by knee bar in round 2. Yikes! Yeah, dude, I cannot wait to see the submission. The fact that Adrian is like got all these knockouts, but I know he's also a really good submission threat. It's a very wrong profile. The fact that Adrian has so many knockouts like that, look at this. That is beautiful. This is gorgeous. Oh my god. And he's a submission threat too. Makes his tapology look very deceiving. I love these kinds of tapology profiles. Man, I heard, dude, there's been some drama with some tapology lately. The opinions going around on tapology on Twitter, because they've been implementing a lot more of their own review process to your fights, and like whether your MMA fight or your boxing fight or whatever was legit, whether they like you need like video proof or something, you need like some sort of proof sometimes, and also like if they think the matchup was incredibly unfair, they won't count it. Like tapology's on one apparently. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, yeah, it sounds icky, it sounds like it's not good, but I don't know, man. Ooh, man, the Charlie horse in my leg today. I got leg kicked like a motherfucker today. In one particular spot. Okay. Man, they're giving a crazy introduction to the champ right now. That sounded so cool. Not gonna lie. He said his name like it was a gangster. Yeah, he is coming out with the belt too. That's dope. Better come out with the belt. Yeah, man. UFC is so... KSW and Octagon, their production is just so much better. Why can't we get cards like this? Like where it's like so cool. And they got baddies walking behind them. Why can't we have this in the UFC? Why? It'd be so cool. And you know what? When it's women's MMA fights, put 2 dude baddies behind them. Give them both. So you can't complain. That's what I think. Maybe that's a controversial opinion, you know what I'm saying? But I'm controversial, so what can I say? Alright, now we got both of our gentlemen. Champ's getting wiped down now. About to make his way into the cage. Thank you all for joining, by the way. If you're just coming by, don't forget to leave a like. If you can. Appreciate y'all. If you missed any fights before and didn't get some coverage, you're still catching up on the card, go rewind. Watch if you want. Eddie Hall fight was pretty crazy. We've had a ton of crazy fights, actually. A lot of big shots. You know? It's going to be perfect timing for me to feed my cats by the time this fight's over. Okay. It'd take forever to get this guy in the cage. God damn. I can't tell if that lightning hexagon thing is an ad on his shoulder or if that's a tattoo. So it's a tattoo. Damn, they packed that color in there. Doesn't look like it though. Because I feel like if it was, it looks kind of brand new if it was. So whoever painted all these ads on him, they did a bang up job. That shit is clean. Wonder how long it takes to get that shit off though. It's gotta take forever. Okay. Now we got our both dudes in. Pause. Finally get this fight started. Round 1. Coming up soon. My man was practicing his shots. My man Adrian was practicing his shots as he was coming in. I think we're going to see a grapple-heavy approach from Adrian. We're going to see some grappling. Going to see some submissions. Especially if he got a knee bar the first time around. Bro, we've already seen an Omoplata on this card. I did not think I was going to... I don't think I was ever going to see an Omoplata again in MMA, honestly. I didn't think I was ever going to see one again. I told that to myself a while back, like a couple months ago. I thought about that. I was like, man, it's a sequence I see. Like Charles Oliveira likes to use it in sequence to sweep or to stand back up or do whatever, but he doesn't actually ever get to finish an Omoplata because it's so difficult to do. So, yeah, I'm just glad I got to see one today. I got to know that it's still real. Is this 3 5-minute rounds or 5 5-minute rounds? 5 5-minute rounds. That's what I like to see. Let's fucking go. Alrighty. Round 1 about to get started. Oh, they got him in the center. Oh yeah, I forgot it's in Polish. I don't know why I even listened to that. Okay, here we go. Round 1. Bartosiński. Grzyb. Going in for the welterweight title. Ring girl waves the flag. It's official. Round 1. KSW 105 main event. Okay. Grzyb trying to paw the jab out there. Bartosiński feeling the level change a bit. Good jab by Grzyb. Then a lead hook to follow. Or a rear hook, rather. Feign that rear kick is Grzyb. Bartosiński, good job dipping outside of that jab and then countering with a 1-2. Jab to the body by Grzyb. Feinting that jab. Lands an outside kick. Then another jab. Grzyb L-stepping off, trying to get an angle off the fence. Bartosiński ducks under, lands a nice lead hook. Gets in the clinch, but Grzyb does a good job getting double under, switching position. Lands an elbow on the inside. Lands another one. Bartosiński trying to turn positions, shoots in for the single. Trying to pull it in. But Grzyb threatening a front headlock here. Good job pulling his hits back. And then lands an uppercut in the clinch. Nice. Lands a good couple of uppercuts. Back to the center of the cage for Grzyb. Grzyb got a lot of morale out of that first one. They exchange big hooks in the middle. Looks like Bartosiński may have gotten the better of that one. Good jab by Grzyb. Liking the tools he's employing. Taking advantage of his reach. Another jab by Grzyb. If he keeps this up, this is exactly what he needs. It's exactly what he needs. Not risking too many kicks either. Nice straight. Bartosiński tries to counter with the hook. But Grzyb can just keep going with this jab. Swell up that eye. Get his damage over the rounds. Think this will do it. Ooh, nice. And maybe eventually once Bartosiński starts to slow down, that straight's going to come a lot easier. Seems like Bartosiński likes to pause in certain positions sometimes. And that can get him caught. Nice straight by Bartosiński. Comes up with the lead hook. He definitely needs to be careful, though. He's dropping his lead hand big time when he throws that lead hook. Can be countered. Can be countered. Nice. Countered immediately. He lands an uppercut lead hook. Does Bartosiński. Lands it again. Comes again with the uppercut lead hook. Again. Grzyb tries to counter. He ducks under, then goes for a single. Gets Bartosiński in the clinch and slows him down. Bartosiński was starting to read that jab. All right, they break. Grzyb lands a lead hook. Jab. Jab. Bartosiński answers back, though. Good straight from Grzyb. Bartosiński trying to counter back still. These guys are throwing. All right. Jab by Grzyb. They started slowing down a little bit here. Back to the center of the cage. Grzyb still just pulling that jab out. Trying to cause some damage to that eye. Both men using a bit of head movement. Trying to find an angle in. Don't want to risk too big now that they felt each other's power, I imagine. Nice lead hook from Bartosiński. Pull back straight, and then a couple of hooks from Bartosiński again. Another lead hook lands. Crashes in after another one. Misses the takedown. Gets pulled back up by Grzyb. Damn, Grzybyk's chin is insane. Lead hook from Grzyb as they break. Tell you what, Grzybyk's definitely got the takedown defense, I think. But the head movement and like discipline with keeping his hands up, it might cost him. I mean, Grzyb is landing, but Bartosiński is definitely landing bigger shots when they start to collide. Oh, man. Both men stay in distance. Uppercut, lead hook from Bartosiński. Ooh, good job using head movement. Yeah, Bartosiński's head movement is just way better in my opinion. Especially when he likes to counter off of it too, which is what he needs. Especially against the longer reach opponent. Nice leg kick from Grzyb. Trying to get his jab out there still. But Bartosiński is just staying just outside of it, trying to use head movement and parries to figure out a way inside. Threatening a level change. Got Grzyb moving along the outside of the fence. Has been a crazy first round. Nice jab by Grzyb. Feinting that rear hand. Bartosiński just trying to corner him somewhere. Lead hook straight, then another lead hook from Bartosiński, trying to pull him into the clinch. Grzyb does a great job turning off the cage, though. He's killing it. Okay. 7 seconds left. Another jab by Grzyb. Bartosiński definitely slowed down a bit by the end, but he was the one using definitely the most forward pressure throughout the whole way. Definitely was using the most forward pressure. So I don't know which guy is going to break first based off that first round. They both showed pretty similar amount of toughness, I will say. That's what it felt like, at least. Grzyb feels like the faster striker, but Bartosiński looks way more like the cleaner striker. That's what it feels like. So, we'll see. Bartosiński's been, it seems like his game, though, is to try to get this to the ground, though. And he has not completed a takedown. But it's 5 rounds. 5 rounds is a long time to get a takedown. Showing some good, clean uppercuts landed by Grzyb. Showing that straight lead hook from Bartosiński. Big hooks at one point landed by Grzyb. Oof. He catches him with the lead up top. The straight, though, is crazy from Bartosiński. Okay, we're getting into round 2. Ring girls waving the flag. Round 2. Oop. Ref has got a little thing of tape that he's got to put in his pocket. No problem. Round 2. Bartosiński right back to the forward motion, using his head movement side to side. I could see more. Grzyb would do well to throw more head kicks, I would say. I could see why he's not throwing as many body kicks and leg kicks, because those can get caught. He can get taken down. But the head kicks are going to be much harder to catch. I think he can catch Bartosiński using a bad head move, not bad head movement, but head movement in general, and can counter it. Good takedown from Bartosiński when he charges in, gets a single leg and dumps him. Now he's on the top in butterfly guard, pushing his head into Grzyb into the fence. Grzyb throwing crazy elbows and hammer fists from bottom. Very frantic and trying to score here, but probably should be using his energy to get up as much as he can to dig an underhook and start the process. Especially in this position against the fence. He's on the side of the fence where he can get his underhook, and his back will immediately be to the fence, at least. But yeah, right now it's just a good deep cross face from Bartosiński in top half guard. Starting to face away from the half guard, turn his hips away from Grzyb maybe to pass, but then goes back. Trying to isolate the far arm now in a Kimura is Bartosiński. Grzyb gets his other arm involved to break it up. Starts to build his base. He's got his back to the fence. But, nope, Bartosiński gets the cross face and puts him right back down. Back to this passing sequence. And Bartosiński actually electing to just frame off of the neck and face with the forearm and drop elbows. So also a great move. Up, maybe a little spot for an arm triangle here for Bartosiński if Grzyb gives up too much of his back. If we saw back-to-back arm triangles, that would be rough for the challenger. But definitely doesn't want to give that up. Still has his back to the fence. Still in bottom half guard. But now he's starting to hip heist. Couldn't do it, though. Now he's got maybe an underhook possibility that he could use here, but Bartosiński is just sitting on top of his bottom leg. Hammering him with uppercuts now. Sitting up on his knees. Drops him over. Back into the top of his guard. Back into half guards, trying to step over. Yeah, Grzyb has no chance to get his guard back here. He's trying to pull his leg over into maybe an Omoplata, Gogoplata position. Maybe like mission control. But it's going to be tough off this side of the fence. Okay, he gets separation. Tries to push off with up kicks. Bartosiński just crashing into the full guard. And Grzyb just trying to hammer him with little rabid fists from the bottom full guard. Trying to turn his hips. But just Bartosiński squares him back up. He's got his head buried in Grzybyk's chest right now. Nice heavy elbow from Bartosiński. Grzyb just throwing a lot of rabid shots from this bottom position. But it's a minute 50 left, dog. You got to start figuring out a way to get up. Still a ton of time left for Bartosiński to be on top. Trying to frame that arm far away. But actually, it's Bartosiński pinning down the arm. But Grzyb kind of on the side of his hip. Trying to figure out where he's going to go with it. He's thinking about maybe an arm bar, trying to get to a high guard. But when his head's pressed up against the fence like this, it's going to be really difficult to do any sort of submission from here. Just crazy hammer fist being rained down from Bartosiński here. Really big hammer fist. Trying to make sure he's keeping the points back. Because Grzybyk trying to stay active on bottom by throwing strikes. Which is probably not the best option. Big elbow landed from Bartosiński. Because these aren't going to count as much as these elbows that Bartosiński's landing on top. Even if there's more from Grzybyk, it's not going to matter. It's just not going to matter. Now he's trying to pull that head, make space, Got the leg on the hip and pushed away, but Bartosiński just crashes back in. They're scrambling now. Scrambles into side control. Yeah, Grzyb just kind of flailing his legs, trying to get something. Grzyb pulls into the guillotine, deep in on it. Oh my God, we can see a repeat as the first fight. Submission in the second round, 38 seconds left. He's on this guillotine. Oh, Grzyb pops his head out. Man, if it would have been another second round submission. Grzyb throwing big shots up top, big hooks, big hammer fits from the top on Grzyb. Trying to take as much advantage of this time as he can with 23 seconds left. Overhooks trying to control. Big elbows from the top from Grzyb. Land on Bartosiński clean. Bartosiński trying to tie up his hands. Big hooks from Grzyb on top. Oh man, Bartosiński is not liking these strikes. He looks exhausted on the bottom now after taking those. Big hammer fist. 5 seconds left. Oh, good shots. Trying to grab his glove at the end there, Bartosiński. Damn. Big strikes landed by Grzyb. Could be a tide-turning moment there, depending on the damage. I don't know if it was enough to turn the round. That's tough to say. I don't know if that's going to be able to do it for him. I don't know if that can turn around for him. But that is big for Grzyb to be able to land those massive shots at the end and kind of wear on the gas tank of Bartosiński a bit himself. Ooh, we might be starting to see a tide turn here, actually. Oh, man. Bartosiński's only 29 years old, too. Man, he needs to keep up this momentum. He needs to get this win, bro. Because this is a legendary run he's on right now. He cannot lose this fight. Damn, the shots he was landing on top, at one point, though, Bartosiński was landing. I do think that was his round. I don't think you can take that round from him for that little bit of striking at the end. Like, Bartosiński landed plenty of good shots and had a really, really close guillotine attempt. Like, it was a really clean guillotine setup. I just don't think maybe his forearm was maybe in the right side of the neck and maybe his chest wasn't over the head enough. Something like that. I don't know. But round 3 coming up. Here we go. Ring girl waves us on. That is the signal for battle. Ref starts us up. Both men starting in the center, circling. Grzyb kind of circling into the power side, though. He's got to be careful. Okay, got my timer fixed. All right. Jab from Grzyb. Bartosiński starting to pressure him a little bit here. Still using his head movement. Making sure Grzyb doesn't land too clean on him. Ooh, Bartosiński definitely not... Whoa! Clean straight from Grzyb. Goes in for the shot. Now he's hammer fisting. Gets Bartosiński off of him. Lands 2 big hooks to Grzyb. Bartosiński is not ready for this striking right now. He is way slower now. Bartosiński cannot hang on the feet at the moment. Grzyb has this win if he can keep this on the feet. Guaranteed, I think. Bartosiński looks like he could go with one big shot. I do not like the way he is carrying himself at the moment. This is rough. Grzyb taking his time, though. He's not taking any big risks. I don't like how close he is to the cage, though. That's not good. You need to... He's going to be able to push you up. Maybe you can land some knees, but I would rather him land at distance. Grzyb still just circling around to the jab side of Bartosiński. Bartosiński throws a couple hooks, then a jab. But Grzyb not trying to make any dumb moves here. Nice, good jab from Grzyb. Oh, man. Bartosiński slips out of the way of that straight of Grzyb. Lands a good combination. Jab from Grzyb is still landing, though. Jab to the body from Grzyb. Grzyb got to stay planted and throw. Oh, good straight lead hook from Bartosiński to close distance, but Grzyb turns the clinch position on him. It's got Bartosiński against the fence, but Bartosiński circles off. Then he lands a spinning elbow into a lead hook to Bartosiński, then an uppercut. Good response from Bartosiński. Another spinning back, head kick, clean by Bartosiński. Whoa, what happened? Wait, who grabbed a fence? What, did he grab a fence for his head kick? Damn, stopped the fight and warned him. I think as he grabbed the fence for that head kick or something. Damn, son. Yeah, that was mean. Mean combos landed by Bartosiński there. Front kick and jab landed by Grzebyk, though. Then a big straight, then hook to the body and lead hook up top. 1-2 by Grzebyk. Drops Bartosiński as he shoots for a lazy takedown. He circles around to the back. Does Grzebyk. Lands 2 hooks. They stand back up. Straight 2. Grzebyk drops Bartosiński down again, shooting for a takedown. Landing hammer fist to the side of the head. Uh-oh. Possible inverted triangle here. As Grzebyk trying to stay up top. He's trying to lock in an inverted triangle here. He gets back in on top. They're in the dogfight position. Turtle Bartosiński taking big hooks from Grzebyk. Grzybyk trying to finish this fight. Oh, man. Grzebyk ends up on top half guard. Bartosiński's going to try and use this to sweep. He's got an underhook. Trying to go into deep half here. Bartosiński looks absolutely exhausted. Grzebyk thinking about an arm triangle. Throwing hooks to the body, though. It's going to be hard to get an arm triangle here, though, for Grzebyk because of the underhook on Bartosiński. Oh, never mind. He let it go. Grzebyk now in just a normal top half guard, locking down the figure 4. Bartosiński shrimping, though, going both left and right. Trying to frame off. Gives his back, though. Grzebyk steps over. Gets 1 hook, gets 2. Bartosiński peels off the hook, though, and ends up in top. Beautiful back defense from Bartosiński. Ends up in top. Lands a straight from top. Hammer fist from the bottom from Grzebyk. Grzebyk with just 1 butterfly hook here. Bartosiński now in his full guard. Good elbow from bottom from Grzebyk. Nice elbow again. Big, they're just exchanging in the pocket in this full guard position, just throwing at each other. Oh my gosh. Still a Grzebyk round in my opinion, though. Still a Grzebyk round. He had Bartosiński hurt bad. This 4th round is going to be pandemonium. Someone's going to get finished in the 4th. They have to. Grzebyk trying to get an angle here in this full guard, but Bartosiński pinning his arm down. Making sure he can't work with it. Grzebyk still trying to turn an angle. 10 seconds left. Oh, I forgot I didn't restart the timer for that timeout. Yep, Grzebyk just trying to control posture here at the end of the round. Landing shots from bottom. Yeah, definitely still a Grzebyk round. Definitely still a Grzebyk round. The CTE that Bartosiński is going to develop because of this fight, my God. He got hurt big in that round. He got hurt bad in that round. Definitely, Grzebyk, I think, is up on the scorecards, in my opinion. I think Grzebyk is up on the scorecards. I don't think they have open scoring in KSW, though, do they? So, we don't know. We will not know until the end. What the hell? Okay, round 4. We are getting to championship rounds, ladies and gentlemen. Did not think we would make it here, but we are. This is a rematch of all rematches here. Golly. Grzebyk came prepared. My man said you are not getting this. The spinning elbow to the lead hook, or the rear hook rather, from Bartosiński was clean. The fact that Grzebyk was coming back and won that round, in my opinion. Damn, that's going to be a hard round to score, though. That's still a hard round to score. Holy moly. They are putting it on the line for this bitch. Oh, started too early. These guys are not listening to the ref. All good. All right, we're back at it. Head kick blocked by Bartosiński in the southpaw orthodox position here. All right, they switch back. Grzebyk trying to show him both sides maybe in this 4th round. Good jabs. Yeah, keeping Bartosiński at distance. It's good. I like that. Because another big shot can just send him, honestly. Good head movement into the uppercut lead hook from Bartosiński. Still using that weapon really well. Man, good inside leg kick from Grzebyk. Good side kick from Grzebyk. Good shots to keep him at distance. That was not a cup shot. No way that was a cup shot. Give me a break. Let me see the replay. Let me see the cup shot replay. Cup shot replay pronto. All right, here we go. Let's see it. No. No. Okay, it dragged a little bit. It dragged a little bit. Give me a break. Homie is getting a breath. Homie is catching his breath. I literally got kicked in the dick today and I didn't even stop, bro. No, I'm kidding. Okay, we're good. He got a short breather. All right. Getting back to it now. Okay. Back to the jab for Grzyb. Nice, nice. Oh, big straight. How does Bartosiński take these shots? His head is getting cocked back like a whole fucking... It's displacing his head like a whole way. Big overhand by Bartosiński into the single leg, trying to raise his leg up and dump him. But good job from Grzyb to get a grip on the hip on the around the backside to make sure that he doesn't get taken down. Now he's got the headlock here. Bartosiński trying to go to the spinning elbow, eats a 2-1 for it. And Grzyb circles back to the center. Beautiful defense from Grzyb all around for the grappling for sure. Jab from Grzyb, and then Bartosiński misses that combination, using a lot of energy here. Bartosiński's pullback 2 is not hitting the same. Good knee from Bartosiński though. Gets the front headlock. Grzyb pulls out of it with a lead hook. Oh, straight little backhand from Bartosiński. Good little knee check from Grzyb, then a big calf kick. Bartosiński trying to reach out, post, maybe come in for another takedown here. Nice feints into the overhand and then do a double leg. Then switches an angle to the outside, but Grzyb sprawls and then gets back up, pulls him up. Gets him against the fence, lands a little uppercut and dirty boxing. Front kick to the body. Another jab by Grzyb. Bartosiński keeping his hands real low. Grzyb. Nice front kick to the body. Hurts Bartosiński a bit there. Feinting that spinning attack. Hesitated too much after the kick. Lands a good trip off the single leg as Bartosiński gets on top. 2 minutes left in round 4. Great takedown by Bartosiński. Definitely the switch up he needed. Doing the single leg out in the open rather than against the fence. I like that. Good elbow from Bartosiński on top. Controlling this full guard position. Grzyb not really tying up arms, tying up hands, just more so throwing shots from bottom, maybe turning his hip every so often. That's not going to be the move here. We need to stand up and stay on the feet. That's where we're winning the fight. That's where we got to get to. I know it's easier said than done, but Grzyb trying to get this high guard, trying to get a shoulder crunch, trying to throw strikes from bottom. That's just not going to work on this black belt that's on top of you, my homie. Big ground and pound from Bartosiński lands. Yeah. More ground and pound here from Bartosiński. All right, Grzyb shrimping back and forth, trying to get to the fence. Bartosiński just following the hips, but he still needs to keep working to the fence. Still needs to keep going. Bartosiński landing elbows from bottom. Bartosiński should just meme on everybody in this Coliseum and stand up in his full guard and then just pull back into a heel hook. That would be the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. Let's do it. Yep, back to more ground and pound. Bartosiński is definitely, I think, winning now in these full guard exchanges. Like, definitely landing clean elbows, clean hooks from on top. And Grzyb trying to throw these little pepper shots from bottom, but there's no way these are doing anything to Bartosiński. Big hammer fist from Bartosiński. 30 seconds left. Okay. Elbow again. Cup in the back of that head and just throwing that elbow. Good straights from the top from Bartosiński. Trying to unload with these 15 seconds left. Posturing up. Stacking the hips. Gets pulled back down. Yeah, Grzyb trying to just hold on here in this last bit. Not take any more damage. Throws a good elbow off the release of the shoulder crunch though. I like it. Who is that? Whose blood is that? Is that Grzyb? His face looks swollen up, I will say. Gonna have to see what these dudes look like in the corner. They look like they've been roughed up. Okay. Bartosiński looking tired as hell in the corner going into this fifth round. Okay. Looks like he's got a little bit of a welt under his eye where the jab is landing, but not too bad. No bad marks on his face, though. Nothing bad. I think Grzybyk's the one who probably took more of the brunt of all of that. Let's look at him. Yeah, definitely cut up with some of those elbows. Cut up across the nose. I think that's a Bartosiński round. Definitely a Bartosiński round. So it could be 2-2. I think could be 2-2 going into this fifth. 2-2 or 3-2 or 3-1 Grzybyk, right? 2-2 or 3-1 Grzybyk is the scorecard. I think it's 2-2 though. That's what I would think. All right, fifth round. For the money, for the title. All right. Here we go. Fifth round. Bartosiński moving forward on him. Grzybyk still with the clean, crisp jab and an outside leg kick. Grzybyk he has an amazing gas tank, I will say. Another outside leg kick from Grzybyk. All right, little hook combination by Bartosiński going in for that single leg in. Lifting up the energy and strength that Bartosiński still has to try and lift him up. But Grzybyk keeps his balance, gets his overhook. I cannot believe he held that and didn't get taken down. Grzybyk tries to dig an underhook against the cage here. Nice, he circles position. Looking like he's trying to break. Oh, I gotta pause real quick. Apologies, my father called, so I didn't want to leave him hanging. Can't leave your dad hanging, you know what I'm saying? Gonna have to restart my stream. Hold on one sec. Apologies. Okay, now we're at 217, 216, yep. Looks like Bartosiński got on top of Grzybyk again. Got a takedown. I don't know what the damage has been like before this, though. I missed that. So, I don't know whose round it was up to this point, but I will say if Bartosiński rides out on top for the rest of this round and lands strikes, it's going to be rough for Grzybyk. I will say that. Oh, wait. I fucking left too long. YouTube Studio thought I wasn't doing nothing. Which technically I wasn't. I wasn't on camera doing anything. But, okay. Back to it, though. Bartosiński still working this top four. Grzybyk does not have the same energy he had in the beginning in this bottom full guard position at all. Ooh. What's the scorecards, bro? They don't do open scoring. Touch see. I think it's probably 2-2. I think it's probably 2-2 going into this fifth round. So I think Bartosiński is probably going to win this fifth and probably going to retain his title. It could either be 2-2 though, or 3-1 Grzyb. So if it's 3-1 Grzyb, he'll win no matter what, I think. But if it's 2-2, I think it's going to be Bartosiński with the way this 5th round is going. He's staying on top of this full guard, landing good strikes here. Landing good elbows and hammer fists. That is what it's looking like to me, chat. But we don't have open scoring, so we don't know. Could have been 3-1 Grzyb going into that 5th round. Could have very well been. Big hooks from the top from Bartosiński with 37 seconds left. Massive, massive shots. Big hooks to the body. Hook up top. Bartosiński Grzyb kicks off. Trying to get back up. Bartosiński crashing back. Inverted triangle for a second for Grzyb, but Bartosiński pulls out of it. Oh, man. Good hammer fist from Grzyb. Bartosiński tries to pass the guard on the outside. Goes back into the butterfly. Both men exchanging shots on the ground here at the end. The end of the fight. Big hammer fist. And that's it. Great fight. Oh, my gosh. This scorecard is going to be insane. This scorecard is going to be insane. I think it's Bartosiński 3-2. Bartosiński 3-2. I think Bartosiński probably won the first round. And then Grzyb probably won rounds 2 and 3. And I think Bartosiński won 4 and 5. That's what I think. That's tough, though, dude. Those are some tough scorecards. That's tough scorecards right there. Those dudes gave their all, though. They were giving everything for that win. Whew. That was a lot of strikes on the ground. That Grzyb 8. I know Bartosiński is dead tired. I know that dude is dead tired. My man was eating a jab to the face all night. That sucks. That sucks. We will see, though. It's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting. These scorecards are going to be something else. Oh, man. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. That went crazy. That went absolutely insane. The way that in the third, was it? Where Grzyb had Bartosiński in a lot of trouble and had him panic shooting. I thought it was going to be over there. Bartosiński is a fucking dog to just take those shots. We're getting some highlights here. Big hook from Bartosiński off the break. Ugh. This 5th round was disgusting. Alright, I think we're about to get our result here. Let's hear it. Oh boy. Looks like Bartosiński is really hurt. Might have tore his bicep. Someone said 50-45. Someone said 50-45. And then someone had 48-47. Yep. And still. Bartosiński win. Bartosiński win. One of the judges had it 50-45, though. That is insane. Should not be that. Definitely 48-47, in my opinion. I could see you giving 4-1 maybe to Bartosiński if you can make an argument for that round that went absolutely crazy. Because before he was panic shooting, he was beating up Grzyb. He landed a nasty spinning elbow lead hook. Whoo, it was tough. Great fight from both guys, though. Great fight for both guys. Bartosiński did great in there. You see, what did our poll get to for Giga Chikadze? Oh, it was 50-50 with 2 votes. Oh, no, not a lot of people voted on that one. That's fine. The other polls earlier were pretty dope. But great time, guys. Good card. Great card. I really enjoyed KSW, actually. Might be on for UFC later tonight if I'm feeling it. Gotta see what's up with the fiance if we're doing anything. But if not, I might be back for UFC in a bit. Otherwise, go check out the picks for UFC if you haven't. Go check out the video. Leave a like if you haven't. Please subscribe. And I will catch y'all next time. Appreciate y'all very much for joining.